Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah.
Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in a bag of a can. Put the big around the world and the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. It's a popcorn
Now it's time for Believe in the ACC with our starting lineup. From Florida State, number 17, Charlie Ward. From Morehead State University, number 50, Lloyd Span. And from Murray State University, number 2, Kendrick Haskett. Get ready for the best sports show about the ACC in all the land. Believe in the ACC starts now.
I love it, man. I love it, man. I love it. 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 It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, as you can tell by our decorations. We even decorated for y'all today.
Let there be
So
light.
it's just cool. My man got the Christmas lights going. Do we have Christmas lights? I don't think we have Christmas lights. I think we just got like stuff to hang on the thing.
Well, I mean, there's ornaments. Well, there's some candy canes.
We got some candy canes if you need them. But that's about it. Like that's as good as it gets on our end. But yeah. So there you go. Enjoy. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. And also Happy New Year, because this is the last show of 2025. This is it. We, in theory, are taking a break. In theory. Right? Bless you. 2 times.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. So hope you guys enjoyed today. We're going to have a good time because that's what we do here on this show. Okay. This is a mashup. This is our final mashup of the year also. We got a lot to talk about. We want to jump right in because when you have the mashups, there's a lot to talk about. We need to jump right in. We don't even be wasting a lot of time. When we return in the year of 2026,
Year of our Lord.
the Lord, in the year of the Lord, there will be a champion, I believe. If I look at the calendar, right? Let's see. We'll be off for 2 weeks. So about we'll be close to a champion.
We'll be close.
We'll have a champion playing in a game. Yes.
Yeah, well,
we
we'll
won't
have a
necessarily
game.
right.
Not practice, the game.
Right, the game. We'll have a champion in a game ready to do his thing. So, but who deserves is the question. Who deserves to be in that game? That's the real question that we have this morning. So let's start with our own ACC. Miami at Texas A&M will play tomorrow. Is that right? No. They have the Saturday.
Saturday at noon.
They have a Saturday noon game.
The schedule makers did weird stuff with the schedule. They put
I was
the
gonna
best two
say-
games first.
I was gonna say the schedule makers. I don't know what they were thinking about because they got this game early in the day.
Yeah,
which
the
has gotta
Oklahoma,
be-
Alabama game is on Friday.
Is on Friday, which is state championship week for a lot of people.
Oh, we got
All
ours
across
out of
the- Right, y'all got Kentucky's got theirs out of the way, but I think Texas. By the way, I'll have a shout out for Texas that you guys are gonna be like, wow. I may even show the clip. I'm not even afraid. It's an incredible situation. But yeah, a lot of teams across the United States, high school football is finishing up. So weird night to be having a Friday night game, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
Especially probably the best game. Well,
I mean,
one of the top two games. The top two games are being played first.
it will. Those
The
two games will
blowouts,
surely.
ones in prime time.
Yeah. Well, we're calling them blowouts. We don't know. They may not be blowouts.
We've already seen the Tulane Ole Miss game, which I am picking Tulane to cover that 17.5-point spread
You're picking the cover. Wow, because of heart. They got heart.
because
They don't have talent. They got the heart.
They have their coach and the other one doesn't.
Oh, also that part. Did we forget to mention that their coaches won't even be there? Or they will be there. They just won't be there after that game. So that brings up an interesting question. I normally don't draw from a debate that I hear on ESPN because it's ESPN and they got their thing, we got our thing. A lot of the debates are contrived, but this one was actually interesting. They were having a very intense debate this morning in regards to should the group of 5 teams even be in the playoffs. And so I turn to you, Kendrick, first and foremost. Do you think that the group of 5 should even be in the playoffs?
Part of me is like, yes, because they deserve money too. And the Power 5 conferences can't hog all the money.
And let's be clear, that's what we're really talking about. We're talking about the money.
Yes.
I know some people try to turn it to the to talent. We'll get to that in a second. But at the core of it all is the money. Okay.
Yeah. But from a competitive balance standpoint, probably not.
Yeah.
But I mean, basketball and football are different because basketball on any given night, somebody can get hot and a mid-major is what we call them in basketball. Mid-major could beat a big-time team. Mm-hmm. It's a little different in football. I mean, could it happen? Yeah, of course, anything can happen. But the odds of it happening are very slim. Especially to make a run. Now, you might be able to get a game, but you're not going to make a run like they do in basketball. So I can see both sides of the argument. I know I'm playing both sides of the fence, but I don't know. I kind of do look at it like financially, the big schools don't have to have all the cash.
Right. So for me, I get in theory what the NCAA is trying to attempt to do. Parity, building a similar excitement to March Madness. My first initial response to my own question is we're not there yet. Because it's not a 1-12. It's a 12 playing a game. And that's different than a 1-12. What makes a 1-16 exciting is the David and Goliath factor. And by the way, we're not there yet. We're moving in the right direction in the sense of mid-majors or as we call them in basketball, like you said, or a group of 5s are starting to kind of put their programs together and figure out how to be creative in their NIL money. We heard Master P last week say, hey, listen, right now in this first couple of years that we starting this thing in New Orleans, I'm literally financing this myself. So until he can start to figure out his alumni base and how it all works and pulling all those things together, it's going to take some time. So realistically, we're probably maybe 5 to 10 years away from what we're really actually talking about. Like, could we really do this? And by the way, I don't think it would ever work in a 112 scenario. I think you're looking at something where it's got to be the 16 because I don't care in the 12 scenario. There's nothing about this game that makes me care because I know I'm going to be doing a whole lot of different things when that game is on. I can promise you that. I'll probably be watching a movie or catching up on a series I haven't started. I have no interest in James Madison playing Oregon.
No.
Now, James Madison may pull off the greatest upset in the history of college football. That is a possibility. It's probably not likely, but it is a possibility. But if it was a 1-16 with a really scrappy 16 5 years from now, and also that 16 played his way into the tournament, I might be interested in that. Because everybody loves a good David and Goliath moment. Everybody does. It's good TV.
Well, in theory, for one, every time you say 112, I think about 112. And then,
hey man, I know why you're thinking that because Cupid don't lie. See what I did there?
Maybe on Christmas we have some peaches and cream for dessert.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I don't know, because like with your theory, you said you're not interested in the 112, but you're interested in the 1-16.
Yeah. Well, listen. A 1-16 is what March Madness is really at the core all about. It's we are going to run through this tournament versus we believe we can beat anybody. Whereas with a 12 doesn't really believe that it can beat anybody. It just believes it can come in and make a good showing. That's how the 5-12 matchup works in March Madness. The 12 comes in and says, we think we can make a good showing, but also, if you start slipping, we'll beat you.
See,
and that's what makes it interesting.
I think a solution could be a play-in.
Yeah.
Where the group of 5 and maybe like the lowest rated Power 5.
I like that. And then you get your upset.
Yeah, you can get your upset there.
You get your upset there.
They get their money because you can. I guess you put it. Well, I guess they would give the. I wouldn't say automatically give the Power 5 team the home field advantage either. I say you have parameters. If they deserve it, then yeah. But if like the group of 5 team is like 11-1 and the Power 5 team is like 8-4, oh wait, well they wouldn't be, but 9-3 or whatever. Yeah. And I think the group of 5 teams should be able to host. And how cool would it be? Because like this year, you think about it, group of 5 team would most likely be the Tulane game. Yep. I think James Madison was slightly better than Tulane. Tulane getting to host the lowest ranked of the Power 5, which would probably be what, Alabama. You know how hyped that that stadium would be for Alabama to come to James Madison.
Lowest, first of all, it'd be the greatest game that Tulane has ever played.
That's where you can get. That's where you can get those upsets because of that atmosphere and all that stuff.
Right, because you can play it anywhere. See what I did there? With the 112, brought it back. It's all about being able to bring it back, people. I think I like that scenario a lot. Having said that, again, this game, these games this weekend, it's frustrating because the playoffs should be better than this. What do you say?
Don't ask no questions.
Don't ask no questions.
You already know. 112 will be in my.
We are in the zone right now when it comes to 112. I want to be very clear about what's taking place and what our fans, are watching.
I'm totally distracted now. All I can think about is 112.
Do you realize there are people that hate? Do you realize there are people that absolutely hate his voice?
What?
Slim, they hate it. And by the way, the people that hate Slim's voice are all over here. The people that love his voice are all over here. There are no people in the middle. I've never met a person that was like, it's okay. It's either they hate it and they're like, oh, he sounds nasally and he's whiny and da da da, or they're like, oh my God, Slim can really blow. He's 112 is an amazing group. I'm on the 112 is an amazing group because I just think 112 is that special kind of R&B that gives you that hip hop flow that a lot of the groups didn't have a great balance in. Some of them were very R&B-ish. Some of them were hip hop-ish. 112 was both. They were the one group that was actually both, and I love 112 for that. So I don't know why those people hit. Yeah,
his voice is distinctive. No, I mean when you hear his voice, you know that's him.
Yeah, 100%. Which is, by the way, a key in being able to, be in this industry. You got to do something that nobody else is doing. Thank you, Pastor Core. I appreciate you, brother. We did get a lot of love on the internets for that interview. Just letting everyone know we did our Master P interview last week. So, but yeah, I agree with you. I'm a 112 guy. But anyway, I digress.
We'll probably be distracted all day long.
Oh, listen. This is the last show. This is literally the show where the teacher is not here and they're showing a movie because they don't have anything else to teach us. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be fun. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be a good time. Okay. So the college football games, as we stated earlier, Friday, Alabama and Oklahoma will play in Oklahoma. Oklahoma has been the nemesis, even more so than Georgia and Auburn, to Alabama. They have really given Kellen DeBoer fits, and I'll be honest with you, if Ty Simpson doesn't become Ty Simpson again, it's probably going to happen again. Like, I don't see a path for Alabama to win this game, if I'm being honest.
I actually do. I think Alabama is going to go in there and pull the upset.
Oh, okay.
I do. I just think that, I mean, they only lost by, 2 points when they played there last time. And so I do think Alabama can go in there and pull the upset. Alabama's just been weird this season. But so is Oklahoma.
Weird.
I was going to say, so is Oklahoma. Yeah. There's a reason why they're the 8-9 matchup. And
their quarterback.
One of them probably shouldn't be in the game in the first place, but that's the team I'm picking.
Their quarterback was a Heisman, a clear Heisman favorite before he got hurt this year, John Mateer. And then all of a sudden, he went from Heisman favorite to, hey, man, you need to stay an extra year. Like, it happened, like, overnight. So I don't know what happened and how he fell out of the groove the way I know he had the injury.
He got hurt. He had the injury, and he never came back from that injury. He came back from that injury too fast.
Well, he did, but also, if it lingered that long, I don't know. It was a weird injury because
it's a wrist injury on your throwing hand. So
well, I mean,
you're a quarterback. So
then I don't know. I feel like they should have set him at least a couple of games.
They brought him back too fast. That's what it was.
Way too fast.
When he came back, he wasn't ready, and the statistics showed it. But as the season progressed, he did get better. I mean,
he got better.
He was fine.
Or he became serviceable. He never got back to what he was, for sure.
To me, the biggest question mark in this game, and the biggest question mark probably all season that kind of flew under the radar, is what happened to Ryan Williams, Alabama's receiver. He was all world last year. He began the season on another tear. And then all of a sudden, he's not barely playing. He's not even on the field that much. And then, like that, I think he had a couple catches last game. Let me look at his stats in that last game.
Well, while you're looking for those stats, that brings me to to my next point as it relates to Alabama, Oklahoma. One of the reasons why I'm picking Oklahoma in this game is because I wonder how focused is their coach really. Because he has options.
In the SEC championship, Ryan Williams had 2 catches for 33 yards.
I'm just saying. And so that brings up a couple of things. Number one, what is the temperature like in that building? Because if your coach, and by the way, the Kellen DeBoer rumors to Michigan have not even come close to dying down. In fact, they are heightened right now, and there is also a reason why Michigan has not even, you haven't heard one name
No,
mentioned
you heard.
as it relates to we're interviewing, we brought them in. No names have been mentioned, which leads us, as we're doing press and pros mashup today, so now you're about to get the pro side of this, which leads us to believe and to theorize that they have zeroed in on their guy. And there are probably conversations now, not conversations in the sense of they've talked to him directly, but hey, agent, if this doesn't work out,
he hasn't talked directly. That's because that's their plausible deniability. I haven't talked to anybody. That means it ain't
right. But they said to the agent,
Ryan Williams did not have a catch against Auburn.
That makes no sense. But it also, but if Ryan has checked out, which believe me, if Kellen is leaving, Ryan's out.
I don't know. He ain't getting the ball now. He may stay against in their game before Auburn. Ryan Williams, 1 catch, 25 yards. That's Eastern.
I think he's out. Yeah, I think you can't catch the ball in Eastern Illinois. No, I think he's out. I think
he's out regardless of who's there.
I agree. That's where I'm at with it, and I think he's not alone. I think there are going to be several players that are out. I think Kellen DeBoer probably knows that.
Their first game against Oklahoma, Ryan Williams, 3 catches, 45 yards.
See, that sounds like a bad year. That doesn't sound like a bad stretch. That sounds like a bad year.
Because really and truly, I'm just going up from their last game, so continue. I'm
just telling you a guy who we all think is the second best receiver in the country behind Jeremiah Smith. Well, that's the conversation that I was hearing prior to this season starting.
Yeah. Against LSU, 0 catches.
That doesn't make any sense. Now, he's that double teamed. He's that triple teamed.
At this point, he may have been hurt. I'm not sure. I'll give him that I don't know if he was hurt or not at this point.
I think he's out. And I think the Kellen DeBoer rumors are not rumors. Because he could easily shut this down. This isn't even hard. This isn't even difficult to shut down. No, I'm not. Why would I leave? I'm at Alabama. Why would I leave Alabama to go to Michigan? With all due respect to Michigan, I'm at Alabama. It's the pinnacle of college football, the tippy top of the mountain has been Alabama.
Yeah, but
so
that's also a very spoiled fan base.
Also true.
His last good game was against South Carolina. He had 7 catches for 72 yards.
Yeah, he's out. I'm telling you, he's out. I think he's out.
Against Tennessee, he was the lead receiver with 87. He only has 100-yard game.
See, that doesn't make any sense to me. But it's listen. I think Alabama's internal could affect its external.
I guess we should have known because against Florida State, that first game, he only had 5 catches for 30 yards. Bernard was getting all the catches. He had 8 catches for 146.
Well, in that game, I can understand because if you're coming into that game, that's the first game of the season. Well, if you're Florida State, you know the best player on the other side of the field is Ryan Williams. I got to stop this kid. So you're blanketing him. You got somebody over top of him. You got somebody underneath him. You're not catching the ball, kid. You're not beating us today, which is why they lost the game. So, and by the way, that's the blueprint for the rest of the season as well. Everybody said, "Oh, all you got to do is just stop Ryan Williams." Cool. That's how they end up with 3 losses. So, but also Ty Simpson wasn't very good after a while. He did not play up to the standard in those 3 games that they lost. So now here we are. I'm telling you, I think the external factors, the off the field factors of Alabama are significantly greater than people think that they are. And I would not surprise me if on Monday of next week, right in the middle of our Christmas celebrations, the gift to Michigan would be a new head coach from Alabama. So there you go.
I'm just surprised that Michigan's not going for a Michigan man. Remember, they always, we need a Michigan man. All that nonsense.
Yeah, I think they are so over that now. The last Michigan man almost got their wins taken away. So I think, I think at this point they're just like, let's just get the best guy we can get at this point. But I think it's DeBoer's job to have if he wants it, and so it'll be interesting to see what he does with it. The other good game, like Kendrick said, is Miami Texas A&M, and if you want to watch it, you got to get up at noon to watch it, because that's when it's going to be on Saturday morning, noon. Your thoughts on that game, Kendrick?
I'm just like, why is this game not the 8 o'clock? But actually, for my schedule on Saturday, it works out grand. I can actually watch. But you know, I've got a sneaky feeling Miami's going to win this game. Because for one, you look at Texas A&M's schedule. Yeah, they won at Notre Dame, but their schedule, their SEC schedule, was all the bottom dwellers of the conference. They didn't play the top teams in the SEC this year. I mean, I guess LSU, I guess, but I mean,
no, LSU was not. No,
they were supposed to be. So, that's it. And so, and Miami played well after that SMU game. I think Miami can go in there and sneak this one out, especially because it's a noon game. So it's not. If it was a night game, I would have a little bit more hesitation. Right. But it being a noon game, I think Miami can go in there and steal this game.
I will say this about that game, and this will be interesting. As much as everybody's going to say the name Carson Beck, and Carson Beck has to do this, and Carson Beck has to do that, Carson Beck definitely has to play better than he has played all season long to win this game. But they got the right guy coming into the game because he's not afraid of SEC defenses. So
he's seen it all.
He's seen it all, right? But that's not the player that has to play well for them to win this game. The player that has to play well and put pressure on the quarterback for Texas A&M, and they have to keep him in the pocket and make him essentially beat them, is Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain has to be the man-child that we all think that he can be. And so if he can do that, then Miami has a very good shot to win this game, regardless of whether it's on the road or not. They have a very good... Now, full disclosure, this will be the loudest building that Miami has played in since they played at Louisville. Right? So
that game was in Miami.
Oh, that game was in Miami. That's right. So this will be the loudest game they played all season.
Oh, so, by far. Because I think the biggest stadium Miami played in was 70, and it's their own.
Yeah.
And A&M's bringing 100. So
it's going to be crazy. So can they handle that part of it? Now, the advantage that they have is that weather-wise, it should be nice, should be reasonably nice in that game. But it's going to be a crazy, crazy atmosphere because A&M hadn't been in the playoffs in God knows. I don't even remember the last time A&M was in the playoffs. So
they've never been in the playoffs.
I'm trying to remember. Or BCS. Well, I'm thinking BCS, all of it. I'm trying to what was the last time A&M was even this relevant?
And then plus, and then there's the cult down there and all the weird stuff they do. So, weird.
As a former Texan, I can tell you it's very weird. They're weird school.
It's a very weird school.
It's a very weird school.
But I said, we'll see. I mean, Texas A&M, their numbers are great. They can run the ball.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stop the run and make the quarterback beat you. That's the way you win this game for Miami, which they've shown that they can do that. And so, I'm picking Miami in this game.
I'm going to join you. I'm actually going to join you. I really believe that Miami has what it takes to go and pull this off. As crazy as it sounds.
And nobody can say we're being ACC homers because the team we make fun of the most in the ACC is Miami.
Without question.
But I do think Miami's going to win this game.
We have summarily pronounced the U back many, many years, only to see that is simply not true. So it's definitely not homerism in this regard.
Yeah,
but this is one of
say they're back.
Yeah, but this is one of the times I do think it's in. And then I don't even know what this is. I don't even know why we're picking these other games. Oregon's going to destroy James Madison. Ole Miss is going to destroy Tulane. It's not going to be fun to watch. Go figure. You know what? The best part about the Miami thing is that it is early, so that allows those who need to do some late Christmas shopping, or if you're preparing the dinner, getting your dinner stuff ready, or whatever you got to do on that weekend, this weekend, you'll have plenty of time to do it. Plenty of time. So,
but it's also NFL games too,
and that may be the reason why they're doing it, because they know that the Bears, Packers are playing, and who else? Somebody else is playing.
The Eagles.
Eagles are playing. The Eagles play on Saturday. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's gonna be watching that game either. But yeah. So that'll be an interesting game this weekend as far as Miami, seeing what happens with them. But we digress. Just real quick, an ACC basketball update, if we can do that real quick.
Yeah, we haven't done much basketball yet this season.
We haven't done much of that. In the rankings, Duke is number 3 currently. Louisville, a unique loss.
It wasn't unique to them, because that's how they've lost both of their games.
Well, you know what's interesting? What I'm finding out about Louisville as it relates to on the road is that, because I actually thought they lost this one far different than they lost the first one. This one was clearly about Mikal and what he brings to the offense as it relates to stability. They looked, I don't know how much of the game you got a chance to see, but because Kendrick has been very busy, people, very busy. But they were really offensively unstable the entire game. It was helter-skelter. It was one-on-ones. It was bad ball rotation. It was a lot of weird, uncharacteristic of a team that has been averaging 94 points a game. It was the complete opposite of the way they played. And the only factor that was different was Mikal. He was on the sideline because of his back injury that they didn't know he wouldn't be able to play for.
Mikal's kind of been dealing with that back injury all year. I will say, though, it still looked the same as that Arkansas game. The only difference was they came back, and that was Mikal. But I don't think Mikal would have made that big of a difference in this game. I think they may have lost by 10 or 12 rather than 20. But because the reason why they lost is bigger. And I don't even think it has anything to do with the road, because Kelsey's teams were good on the road. They were good last year. It's the bigger teams. That's the Achilles heel of this team. It's teams with size. Arkansas is one of the biggest teams in the country. Tennessee is one of the bigger, stronger physical teams in the country. And that's what the difference is. Because I love Mikal. Mikal, he's hasn't played great the last 3 or 4 games anyway. And so, I think that losing him right before tip-off does throw off the game plan, so I'll give him that. But I don't think he makes up a 21-point difference in the score.
And the only reason I disagree with that is that as I watched that game, again, the one thing that I thought was interesting, and I agree with you that the physical size is they're finding it very challenging right now. Their bigs are 9. We talked about that before this year started, that their bigs were the X factor in whether they win, they make a significant run to the Final Four, or whether they're out in the first or second round. So, and it's still that. It still is that you're still waiting on Pryor to really kind of catch up to where he needs to be. What's his? Begins with the F. I always mess up his name. Fruit. Yeah. Fruit. I don't know why I want to call him Fruit, but it's Fruit. It's no I, no U, no T. It's just a U. I mean, no I, no T. It's just a U. Yes, so Fruit. Right? That's how I'm gonna remember it going forward. But he's got to become physical. He's not physical. He's finesse.
He's slow. He's still.
And he's right.
Well, Khalifa are slow. I
can almost deal with the slow if he's physical. If you could get strong, yeah.
When he's determined to do what he wants to do, he's not that slow. It's just sometimes it takes him a second to think.
To process it all out, yeah.
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 Well, because with Khalifa, he is just slow. So Khalifa's slow.
Yeah, he's very slow. He's very slow. And I feel, though, right now, if the big is going to step into that role, it's going to be Pryor or it's going to be Frew, because at least they've shown flashes of it.
They need Pryor because Hatley at the 4. I mean, he played the 4 last year out of necessity, and it did work out for the most part. But at the end of the day, he's still only 6'4".
He's not a 4. Yeah, he's not a true 4.
I think they list him as 6'6", but he's closer to 6'4".
Right.
And because his game he doesn't look like the same player as he was last year. And I think if Pryor can come back and play the 4, and you can move Hadley back over to the 3, then I think you're doing a lot better. Plus, they need Kanai Roots to show up in bigger games. He's been playing well against some of the lesser opponents. He had a good game against Memphis, but like against Arkansas, against Tennessee, he was basically a no-show. So they need Kanai. He's a sophomore, and he plays like a sophomore, like you used to sophomores play. So you can't get too upset. But they do need him to get a little bit more consistent.
But that's also why I say you felt Mikel's absence, because when he's out there, you have to play that offense differently, because you know he can hit that 3 from anywhere whenever he wants. And so now you have to play him straight up, maybe even bring some double teams off his angles. And then when you can do that, that's what's giving them those wide open shots. So when Kashawn, when Pryor is shooting that wide open shot, he can hit it. When some of the other guys are shooting that wide open shot, they can hit it. But without that, without that, there is no X factor to offset the size. So Tennessee was able to play everybody straight up. There was nobody. Those guys don't make great contested threes. They make great, we rotated the ball and I'm open threes. and that seems to be the deciding flow or deciding factor in both games. Arkansas as well. They did not rotate the ball right. They did, and when those guys have to shoot a contested 3, that's not their ministry. That's not what they do. They shoot. We rotated the ball right. We came off some pin downs. We came off some screens. Came off some curls. I'm wide open. Boom. Now I'm shooting that 3. I can see the basket. I can let it go.
Conwell can make contested.
Conwell's the only other one that can shoot it, but he's not getting. But see, when he's asked to do that and bring the ball up and set it, that's not his ministry. He's like, that's not what I do. I shoot the 3 is what I do. I shoot it. So when you take everybody out of their normal rhythms, then it becomes problematic. And that's what Arkansas was able to do. That's what Tennessee was able to do. And so it'll be interesting seeing the rest of the season if another guard can, which is ironic because this is kind of the same problem they had last year. Can another guard step into the role of functionality for this team so that the drop-off from the point guard is not so dramatically exposing all of the weakness of Louisville's interior and their contested shooting. So that's going to be the weird thing.
Well, Woolley played well in that game. It was his first start. He's kind of the backup. I still put him more on. I put him more on the bigs and the guards. I can't put it on the guards. The guards.
I totally understand why you say that. I do. I really do. So,
yeah, the bigs have to be better. Frew has to be better.
100%.
I give Pryor a little bit more leniency because he's coming off the ACL, and Khalifa is too. He had a major knee injury too, and so, but they have to get better. Period. I mean,
one or two things got to happen. Yeah, you got to put pressure. Yeah.
And I think Pryor's the one with the most upside that they just have to get better up front. Because
the strength of this team is its shooting, and so if they got to open up opportunities to shoot the ball, and so either one or two things need to happen. Either we've got to rotate the ball better, or the interior, there has to be a collapse to the interior so that the interior guys are scoring, taking that pressure off, kicking the ball back out. One or two things got to happen. But neither of those things happened in both those losses, which is why we are where we are. Yeah. Right. So
they did rebound it well, considering how good rebounding
considering
is.
Yes, yeah. And by the way, I didn't walk away from either game thinking that Tennessee was that much. Even though Tennessee obviously kind of blew Louisville, well, not even kind of, they blew Louisville out, or Arkansas beat. I didn't walk away from either one of those teams thinking like, oh, they're that much better than Louisville. I think they had home games and they did what you're supposed to do at home. But I fully also think that if those games had been in Louisville probably could have rode the wave of the crowd into because Tennessee can't really shoot that well. It looked like they could in this game, but they don't really shoot that well.
They hit 3 straight threes, but no, they're not a 3-point shooting team.
They're not a 3-point shooting team. So it was an interesting game to watch, and I was like, wow, Louisville's going to be interesting all season long if they can't fix this interior thing. It's going to be like it could be bad, but we'll see how it goes. All right, wanted to have some fun with you this morning as it relates to the ACC. And we're headed toward the home stretch in the NFL. And I just wanted to talk about impact players from the ACC going into this second to the last weekend. Is this the second to last weekend?
There's 3 games left for everybody.
There's 3 games left. There's 2. You're right. This is the second to the last weekend, or third to the last weekend. So, which players will lead their ACC players will lead their teams to the Super Bowl playoffs? So we got the obvious in the Jaguars and Broncos, which, by the way, is a great setting up for a great game. Trevor Lawrence and Cortland Sutton will go head-to-head from the ACC. Trevor Lawrence seems to be playing better.
I want to believe it's here to stay. He does this every year where he has a stretch where he plays really well, then he returns to being Trevor Lawrence.
Also, I refuse to get excited about him beating the Jets as much as Dan Orlovsky came on Get Up and like Trevor Lawrence is playing about as well as anybody could ever play. And I'm like, he beat the Jets. Calm down.
Right, yeah, that's just like they was hyperventilating about the Eagles beating the Raiders. I'm like, it was the Raiders.
Calm down, it was the Raiders.
And it was at home. I'm like,
calm down, all the way down. Yeah. It's
some of the stuff that they do on it because. And I love some of the guys, but like going into that Steelers Dolphins game, and they were like, oh yeah, a lot of them were picking the Dolphins. I'm like, Miami's not won a game when the temperature's under 40 degrees in like 10 years. Why are you picking the Dolphins to win this game?
I didn't understand that either. I was like, I'm like Stephen A. I don't agree with Stephen A. on everything, but when he said it's going to be less than 40 degrees. They're going to lose.
Right.
I agree. I was like, yeah, why are we doing this? Why is this even a segment? This segment could have been wrapped up in 30 seconds. Like, this is...
I mean, I get you got to hype it up because it's on your air. I get it. But I'm like, come on, man. You know they're not winning that game.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You can't force stuff. And so, to that same point, this game is going to be in cold weather. Jacksonville has to go to Denver and play.
But Denver, game. You never know what the weather's going to be because as cold as it's been here and where you are, it hasn't been that cold in Denver this year. So
well, let's see. Let's find out real quick what the schedule is, what the schedule says weather-wise for Denver this weekend.
I mean, it could be cold. I'm not ruling it out, but I'm just saying it hasn't.
Right. It hadn't been bone-chilling cold. Oh, you know what? It's going to be a balmy 57.
Yeah.
Jacksonville may have a chance. Yeah. I give Jacksonville a better.
Jacksonville doesn't struggle in the cold weather as much as Miami does. And nobody does.
Yeah, Miami's awful. Miami's awful in the cold weather. But Jacksonville, I give them a fighter's chance to win this game. So
I'm gonna go with Denver in the game just because I just think Denver's the better team.
Denver definitely has the better defense. Like, it's not close on defensively. Listen, I'm just not. It's hard for me to watch Bo Nix play and go. Although I will say this last game was his best game.
Mm-hmm.
This last game, he threw some passes to make you go, this kid might be figuring it out. He might be starting to figure it out. Now, I don't know if that was because the secondary of I forgot who they played just that fast. They played I'm having an old man moment. The Packers. I don't know if the wind came out of the Packers' sail because Micah went out and whatever. But he
Micah
played
in the fourth quarter. He was playing well before that.
Right. He threw 4 touchdowns. And a couple of them touchdowns were dimes. They weren't just dink and dunks. They were dimes. He put it right where it needed to be. So now, I'm not completely sold on the Packers secondary. Their front seven is the strength of that team. But it will be interesting to see how the Jaguars respond to Bo Nix. So I don't know. If Bo Nix is starting to turn the corner, then yeah, I agree with you. They are the better team. Bo Nix has just never impressed me, but until this past weekend. But we'll see. I'm gonna go Jaguars, pull it off because they got a lot more to play for. The Jaguars are still really trying to lock up the AFC South. Although I think now that I don't know. The Texans are playing, man. The Texans are balling.
Hey, man, the Texans are coming. They're the scariest team in the AFC playoff wise because they kind of flew under the radar. And that defense is probably the best defense in the league. And then CJ Stroud seems like he's starting to come out of whatever fog he was in for half the season. And so, Houston is a scary good team. I've been a big fan of D'Amico the whole time.
100%.
I was worried about it because, like, early in the season, I was like, is D'Amico going to keep his job? But
it was bad at first.
Yeah, they got it turned around. And I said that defense, I mean, that's one of those defenses that's like, you're excited when their defense comes on the field.
Absolutely. 100%.
You're just as excited for the defense as you are their offense.
This is an interesting one as well because not so much that the Cowboys are going to, win or anything. I'm not delusional. But I'm saying...
Almost made me give you the finger.
No, don't give me the finger. That's not necessary. This is Christmas. It's Christmas. You my brother. You my brother. What makes the game interesting to me is Omarion Hampton. And can they continue to bring him back from the injury that he had? Because when they were at full strength, they looked like the best team in the AFC. And now that they are about to win the West, and let's be clear, they are probably about to win the West.
I don't know. Are they that far ahead of Denver?
Well,
I don't think
they are ahead of Denver at all. But I think
Denver's got a 2-game lead on them.
Is it a 2-game lead? Okay. So
Denver's 12-2. I don't think people realize that Denver is 12-2.
12-2? They are 12-2, aren't they?
The Chargers are 10-4. So yeah.
Do they play again?
No.
You know what?
Yes. They play.
Let me use my new split screen.
They play. They do play again.
By the way, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to a computer. So they need Denver to lose. They need Jacksonville to win, and they have to win out in order to win the division.
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Which, by the way, is a possibility. It is very much a possibility. But I like what the Chargers looked like when Omarion was playing at his best. And
yes. Yeah, he's somebody that we were all excited about because we saw what he could do in Carolina. But he kind of felt like he got injured early.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. My questions with the Chargers are not with him. As much as hype as he gets so much hype, and I'm like, this dude disappears a lot for all the hype he gets. Disappears a lot.
But that's why I wonder about Omarion, because if Omarion is playing the way that he plays, the first time I ever believed in Justin Herbert was when Omarion Hampton got there. I was like, oh, Justin Herbert actually looks like he can sling the pill now, like he's consistent. But when Omarion went down, like, oh, that's the same old Justin. That's the same old dude. Like, he ain't no different.
Plus, I'm salty for the way he treated our girl, Lloyd Rutledge. I'm like, come on, bro. You know what you're supposed to be doing.
First of all, that's strike one. Okay, sir, that is strike one. Like, get your tall, lanky self together. And we all have bad days. I'm going to stall you out. because we all have bad days. But don't let that happen again. Don't let that happen again.
I don't think he ever apologized for it either. I'm like, bro,
that's raggedy. See, that's raggedy. That's raggedy.
You know the protocols at the end of the game.
And you ain't got to keep it long. Nobody says you got to keep it long, but you do have to keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Do your job.
I'm off talking about I'm trying to celebrate my teammates.
Yeah. Do your job, player.
This week 13. What's celebrating y'all doing?
Yeah. Ain't no celebration. No celebration. You don't need no coffee. Don't be stirring no coffee.
Yes, there's no confetti. There's no champagne in the pocket.
You don't need none of that. Do your job. All right. By the way, shout out to the great Brandon Aubrey from Notre Dame, which is not a part of the ACC, but is a part of the ACC.
And every other.
That was my shade. You know my shade.
Yeah.
Okay.
He played soccer there though, right? He didn't play for Notre Dame.
He did. He played soccer there. Right.
So, yeah,
you don't have no thoughts about your Cowboys? They have technically a chance.
If the Eagles win on Saturday, then it's over with.
It is over with. And the Eagles play the Commanders.
Washington.
Yes.
Washington.
I checked the Magic 8 Ball.
So no,
say
I don't know.
it's not looking. It's not look. Outlook not good is what it said. It's outlook's not good. That Vikings game was weird. That was a weird game.
If you know me as well as anybody.
I do.
And you know that I was not surprised by the outcome of that game.
You were not. One of the things
Stephen A gets on my nerves. What he says is true, and I've said it on the show.
Yeah.
As soon as expectations roll up for this team, that's when.
And by the way,
lack of better terms, when they S the bed.
And by the way, had all of us, and I mean all, convinced, like, you know what? They could run the table. I even went on the air here as well. They could run this could. And then they said, oh, you think we can run the table?
No, we're not.
How about absolutely not?
The reason why I thought Dallas was going to catch the Eagles was because I thought the Eagles were going to keep losing. It had nothing to do with Dallas.
It was more about that, right? The Eagles, and by the way, still a possibility, because I do not believe that the Eagles are fixed in any way, form, or fashion. Now, the blessing for the Eagles is that they're playing the Commanders. So they probably will win this game. And they're playing a Jaden Daniels-less Commanders. Mm-hmm. So probably they're going to win this game. Probably. But are they fixed? Absolutely not. I don't believe that. Not even a little bit.
I don't think so either. But the good thing for them is the way their schedule sets up, they can fix it ahead of the playoffs. And so
their checking the savings is working out perfectly. It really is.
Yeah, the schedule has worked out for them where they're not playing anybody at the end of the season. I think they have one tough one. And I think they play Buffalo next week, I think.
Is it Buffalo? That might be right. I think that might be right.
The
chart. No, not the Chargers. Who do they play?
Dallas plays the Chargers.
Yeah.
I think
it's something. It's something significant. That's exactly right. It's the Buffalo Bills, which will be an interesting game because it could be a Super Bowl preview. Could be.
Neither one of them making the play the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
Because it's this Buffalo. I mean, it sets out perfectly for Buffalo to finally make the Super Bowl, and I think their defense is going to let them down.
I have a thought that I want to share with you when we get to the last one of these selections, and I want you to tell me what you think when we get to it. Packers, Bears. Everybody believes in the Bears now. Oh my God, Ben Johnson has come in and fixed the Bears. He's fixed the Bears. The Bears have some good wins.
I do like this Bears team.
I
think Caleb's getting better.
He is getting better, but I still hate some of the things he does. I hate it.
Yeah.
That run to the right, sling the ball, the one where the receiver really actually bailed him out because he actually caught that throw between three people pass. Let me tell you something. There's not a coach that has any common sense at all that would tell Caleb to throw that pass. That was not a great. And I don't care how many times you throw it on Sports Center. I don't care how many times y'all talk about how amazing the pass was. Be honest. See, that's the part. It's the hypocrisy for me, Kendrick. Y'all know if that pass would have gotten interception and accepted by any other team other than the Browns, and it should have been intercepted, they'd have ripped Caleb a new one because that was a terrible pass. But he got away with it, and so because he got away with it,
that's the game. That's
the game, baby. That's the game. So he does stuff that is infuriating to me, and it's like they keep saying, "Well, Ben's going to coach that out of him." He hadn't so far.
It's only been a year.
But I'm saying he runs that same, I can't stay in the pocket, I'm going to run to the right thing. He's done that all year long. Which, by the way, Ben may be telling them, if you don't feel comfortable, get out of there and go try to make a play.
I think I'm still reserving judgment on Caleb because you also have to factor in he's on his 1, 2, at least third, and I think maybe fourth offensive coordinator in 4 years going back to college. So
listen, that is true, but also the other thing is they are 10-4. Despite what all the things I just said, they are 10-4.
They're carried by the run game.
By the way, they were just given a gift. They were just given a gift in that Micah Parsons will not be playing in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So it is.
Even though the way they run the ball, that's kind of like kryptonite to Micah anyway. That's how you minimize Micah's run the ball right at him. As a Cowboys fan, I saw that game in and game out.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So they have a very good chance to go ahead and snatch the division away from everybody this weekend if they can beat the Packers at home. That's the other gift. Our guy, friend of the pod, Tutu Atwell, and the Rams will take on the Seahawks. This is also an interesting game.
It's a huge game. The game's tonight. Yeah, Thursday night football.
It's a game tonight. The thing that makes this game very, very interesting is that the Seahawks were a field goal away from winning against the Rams last time and changing the narrative of Sam Darnold that he can't win the big one. He did all the right things. They just missed the field goal. Mm-hmm. So now, this one's in their house. What is the weather going to be like on this? I'm just out of curiosity. This is going to be. Is there a weather update here?
They used
to 51. It's going to be 51. So weather-wise,
weather won't make it.
The Rams won't be.
The Rams playing. Their game travels. You don't have to worry about weather with them.
Well,
they blew that game against the Eagles. I mean, they blew that game against the Eagles last year, but they was busting the Eagles in the snow.
Yeah. Well, and this is an interesting one because they're only a 1 point. Seattle's only a 1 point favorite. 1 point.
That lets you know that Vegas thinks the Rams are the better team.
Yeah, the Rams could. Well, listen, this is for the division. I would imagine. I don't think.
I think the Rams are the best team in the league. I think a lot hinges on if Devontae Adams comes back, if he plays. I personally wouldn't play him this game. I'd let him because it's short rest. You mean
you got to eat this one as much as you want. As much as you want the playoffs to run through your building. You're playing for something greater, and you do have arguably the best road team in the NFC. You got to eat this one. Devontae can't play. You got to lean on those tight ends. You got to lean on Kyron Williams, ball control. Send Tutu when you can. Puka's going to have to be possession. Take advantage of his mismatches when you can. Run some. We don't want to call them screens because that's illegal, but you know what I mean. For Puka and just play a possession game, and beat Seattle.
I think their offense is balanced enough to where they can adjust to not having Devontae there.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, if we're being honest, coming into the season, we weren't expecting Devontae to have the season he's having. I mean,
Not at all.
He looks like, and this is like one of the best seasons of his career, late in his career.
He looks like Devontae.
Yeah,
Like Packers
Devontae. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think for a game you can hold up. And plus, what's underrated is how well they run the ball. I mean, while Williams and Corum, I mean, they've been dominant on that. I mean, they're probably the second best 1-2 punch behind the Lions.
Corum is such a steal, bro.
Yeah,
like they got their Scatterboo. That's their Scatterboo, and he's physical. And in the third, fourth quarter, he has a problem. Oh my God, coming downhill, he's a problem. Yeah,
and you still have Stafford, and so I think the Rams are the best team.
Who is probably going to win the MVP? Probably,
and deservedly so.
The final game that I want to address is Drake May and Lamar Jackson, or Patriots and Ravens, as some would call it. And right now, the Ravens are a half a game back. Yes, well, they're a full game back, but they play Pitt later.
They play
like
Pitt
next, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, they play them last. I think
they end
at the end of the season. Right, they play Pitt at the end of the season. Drake May finally got tested last week. And to be fair, they started the game out phenomenal. Went up 21-0 at home. They looked like they were going to run away with that game. And then Josh was like, I'm still Josh Allen. Let's
right. And I put that more on Josh Allen than I do.
Oh, you have to put all of it on Josh Allen. Because
I give Josh Allen the credit more than I now dog on Drake May. I mean, Josh Allen's just Josh Allen.
I agree. He's Josh Allen. So that made it interesting. But now that was at home. Yeah. Now Drake May is about to be tested for the first time, really. Well, I can say that because they beat the Bills earlier, but that's not a great defense at all.
Neither is the one they playing on Sunday.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Go back.
I was going to say, the last 3 or 4 weeks, matter of fact, they just pitched a shutout.
Yeah.
Against a guy that a lot of people were saying, oh, the Bengals are trending. They could somehow, and they got bludgeoned to the point where their quarterback is talking about leaving. I don't want to play here no more.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if I was him, I wouldn't want to play there anymore either. I'm going to be honest.
That game was more on the Bengals than it was the Ravens defense. The game before, the Ravens gave up 27 points to the Steelers, 32 points to the Bengals. No, I'm not going to say they have a great defense.
It's not a great defense, but it was great this past weekend. And that quarterback that they just beat, far, with all due respect to Drake May, far better than the quarterback they're about to face at home. Here's my question to you. And this is a crazy thing to say. Now, for this to happen, the Ravens got to run the table. They got to beat the Packers next week, which is not out of the realm.
At Green Bay.
Which is not out of the realm. Not out of the realm. And then they got to turn around and beat the Steelers. But what if? I'm ready to what if now. All of this madness has happened. All of this craziness has happened. And at the end of January, the two teams that started this season, and we all said, wow, those look like the two best teams in the AFC. What if it all comes back to that, and it's the Ravens and the Bills in the AFC Championship with their best chance by far, to not only go to the Super Bowl, but to win it. Because you got to, because here's the reality. Whether the Ravens made it or whether the Bills made it, you would put your money on both of those quarterbacks above anybody in the NFC except for maybe Matthew Stafford. Maybe.
I wouldn't put either one of them ahead of Matthew Stafford in a big game.
I don't know if I think I would. I think I would.
You wouldn't put Lamar ahead of Matthew Stafford in a big game. Come on.
I think I would. I would.
You know I love Lamar. No.
If he's healthy, I would.
No. But for one, Lamar hadn't been healthy all year. And two, When has Lamar shown you in the playoffs that you would put him ahead of Matthew Stafford?
I hate that narrative. If I'm being honest with you, I hate that narrative because the last 2 years, I don't think those losses were on Lamar. I think those losses were team losses.
Okay.
Play calling, the whole nine.
Right, the whole nine. What about what you see from this Ravens organization makes you think they're going to beat Matthew?
Now that's a different statement. That's a different statement, Kendrick Haskins. That's a different statement. That part I agree with. I would bet on Lamar more so than I would bet on the Ravens organization. Now, if you're telling me I got to bet on the Ravens organization, then I'm probably going to keep my money in my pocket because they haven't proven that they can win. But I this season to me, especially if the Ravens can beat these can finish out the season, the 1, 2, 3. This is going to get really interesting because I do think one of those two quarterbacks is probably going to go to the Super Bowl if it comes down to those two. Because who else are you betting on in the AFC? C.J. Stroud, Drake May. You're certainly not betting on Aaron Rodgers.
No. The only thing is they both have to go on the road to do it. Like,
okay.
And neither one of them has shown they can do it on the road in the playoffs.
But the one thing that I'll say is that experience is the greatest teacher. And the most experienced two teams of all the teams that are going to make the playoffs are the Ravens and the Bills. I'm telling you, as crazy as what I just said sounds, and we've watched Denver's defense be dominant all season long. New England defense has been solid. Not dominant, but solid all season long. The Chargers have a solid defense as well. If Lamar is sitting at 4 and the Bills are sitting at 6, one of them I think could make the Super Bowl. I think so.
Well, just how the season's gone, if I had to put money on one of the two, it would be the Bills because Baltimore has been the letdown all year, and so
they've been up and down. They've never been up and down.
And their ups haven't been that high. And so if I had to bet on which one of those two could make the run, it would be the Bills. It's like I'll say this. Because even in Baltimore's wins, they haven't looked good. I mean, they didn't
until this weekend.
They didn't play good in this game. The Bengals fell apart.
You don't fall apart. You don't fall apart without somebody helping you. And
you also got to think, but the Bengals were coming off blowing that game against Buffalo. Their playoff chances were waning, and like soon as Burrow threw that first interception to Marlon Humphrey, all the air went out of their sails, and so.
But they're only 2 weeks away. But they were only 2 weeks away from having beaten the Ravens.
Yeah, they blew them out
in Baltimore.
Which again gives me pause about putting much stock in this win. Baltimore got blown out at home by the Bengals. They lost to the Steelers at home. They didn't look good when they beat the Jets. They didn't look good when they beat the Browns. And so they haven't looked like Baltimore all season, except for that one game against the Browns, the second game, and the first two games when they lost to the Bills, and the second game against the first game against the Browns. They went on that 4-game losing streak, giving up 38, 37, and 44 in those games. They did hang in there with the Rams, but still was a 14-point loss. So,
but some of that is without Lamar. Some of that is with Lamar. It's been a weird season for the Ravens. I don't know. I'm going to say this,
and I don't think Lamar is even close to 100%.
No, I agree with that. 100%. I agree with that 100%. But I think this is the healthiest this last game was the healthiest he's looked since he got hurt. So I don't know. Again, we'll see. Stranger things have happened is what I'm saying.
Ravens have to show me a lot for me to.
I agree. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Because I think this is it for Harbaugh if they don't make the playoffs, which is entirely possible. I think this is it for Harbaugh.
If I'm being honest, though, maybe it should be.
Yeah.
And by the way, I make that same statement for Mike Tomlin, and not just because I would love for Mike to be the coach of the Giants, but just simply because I think sometimes you can stay too long, and all the rah-rah speeches. Yeah, all the rah-rah speeches don't work after a while.
And it's time for a change for them too. But by the way, your next coach is at Notre Dame right now. So,
it does feel that way, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy to think, but something is happening. Like at first I thought this is ridiculous. There's no way. But now as the weeks go on, I'm like, is this really going to happen? Like this starting to feel like this is actually going to happen. Which is crazy to me. I'm just being honest. Listen, take the Giants hat off. Set it aside. Mike Freeman, don't do this. Don't do this, man. You are in a great situation. I don't know if I would do, because the window of opportunity and now the only reason I would do this if I was Marcus Freeman. I said Mike Freeman. Marcus Freeman. The only reason I would do this is if they fired Joe Shane. If they fired Joe Shane, then I do it. Because now I get to control my whole thing.
But Joe Shane, he got you Jackson Dart. And
did he? Did he? Because the reality is, no, that's not true. Joe Shane didn't want to take Jackson Dart. Brian Daboll wanted to take Jackson Dart because he was so pissed at the Shador interview. Which, by the way, I think they got the right guy. I'm not even complaining against that. I do think they got the right guy. But Joe Shane wasn't all in on Jackson Dart.
He got you Scatterboo.
He got me Scatterboo. And I'm thankful for that.
And he got you your defense. And he got you Neighbors.
He got me Abdul. I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
He's not going anywhere.
Listen, I don't think, I'm of the opinion that Joe has not done as horribly as a lot of the fan base wants to say that he has done. I think it's better than you think it is. The Brian Burns thing has worked out tremendously well.
Yeah,
he's in the top 5 of sacks. It's worked out.
Surprised that you was talking about getting rid of him. I'm like, for one, he hadn't been there long.
Well, the reason why I say get rid of him, if you're Marcus Freeman, is because with all that he has done, Joe Shane has done, you're still 2-11. And you're that over the last few years. So, do you want your future tied to this guy? The answer is no. You want to be able to get your own guys in, start fresh, and be able to build your own path. So that's the only reason I would say don't do it. At least not now. But at the same time, if not now, when? So it's a real conundrum.
But plus, you also got to think of he's rebuilding from the clown show that was before him.
The clown show.
Which I thoroughly enjoyed.
I know you did. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. That dude literally set us back a decade. Not even joking. He literally set us back an entire decade.
Yeah.
Wow, it's unbelievable. Yeah. We've been crawling out of that hole, that Gettleman hole, for a decade.
Please bring it back.
No,
bring
we're
it
good.
Back. Put him in an advisory role.
We're fine in the East. We're fine in the East. We're good. We don't need any more problems over there. All right, so that's all the ACC we got for you guys. We hope you enjoyed that. Switching hats to the Press and Pros. Kendrick, guess what? Yes. We have a champion in the NBA Cup.
Yes, we do.
And they celebrated like they were champions, like they hadn't won anything in 30, 40 plus years.
They haven't.
It's because they haven't. But the Knicks are the new NBA Cup champions. Now, the stat of the week is the one where they said every NBA Cup winner, starting with the Lakers, have all went out in the first round of the NBA playoffs. And by the way, that is as likely for the Knicks as they make an Eastern Conference run. It can go either way.
No, I think they're better than a first round exit. I mean, the Lakers was the first.
Are
round
they?
exit. Yeah, look at the conference. The Lakers were a first round exit because they were the Lakers.
Okay, you say that's true. Okay, let's go to the standings, shall we? Right now, if you had to pick, now to be fair, Knicks are second in the conference right now,
Right.
two and a half game behind Detroit. But if you had to put them in a 7-game series right now, you taking Knicks over Detroit?
They're not gonna play in the first round.
That's not what
We're
I
talking
asked
about
you.
First round.
That's not what I asked you. Are you taking Knicks over Detroit?
We were just saying that the winner of the of the Cup has lost in the first round of the playoffs. So why are we talking about what would be potentially the Eastern Conference Finals?
Okay, all right. I'll play your silly game. I'll play your silly game.
You made this.
Are you taking the Knicks over Cleveland?
You think Cleveland's gonna finish the season there?
That's not what I asked you. I adjusted the game to fit your criteria, and you still don't want to answer the question?
Okay. So hold on. First, we got to do this. So 7 through 10 is the play-in. So that's going to be Hawks, Bulls, Miami, Cleveland. Okay, I would pick.
I don't think we should do it that way. I think we should say if the Knicks stay at 2.
We got to figure out who would be that 7th seed. That's so we have.
No, I agree with you. But I'm saying any four, 6 through 9 could be in that spot. Is what I'm saying.
6 through 10. So, but okay, let's say it all holds exactly where it is. Cleveland misses the playoffs in this scenario because it's 1 through 8, and it's the Hawks. Do I think the Knicks would beat the Hawks in the series?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
I do think they would beat them.
But would they beat Philly if Philly dropped to 7?
Yes.
It's interesting. Philly's interesting.
The teams in that house from 4 down. Yeah, the Knicks beat all of them.
From 4 down,
the Knicks can beat all of them. It's for people who don't have ESPN in front of them. From 4 down.
Boston, Orlando, Philly,
Celtics, the Magic,
Atlanta.
Sixers, Atlanta, Miami, Cleveland, Chicago. Only team in that group that I would be scared of if I'm the Knicks is the Cavs.
You're not scared of Miami? Because Miami beats them a lot.
I don't trust Miami.
Nobody trusts Miami, but that's not the point. Miami somehow figures it out and ends up beating the Knicks.
It'll be a great
all the time.
Okay, I'll give you Miami, but if you're the Knicks, you're not worried about Boston right now. You're not worried about Orlando because Orlando, half their team's not going to even be there when they play in the playoffs.
Okay.
Philly, Embiid, so in and out, they can't get a rhythm. And then Atlanta's Atlanta. The Bulls are scrappy. I do like the Bulls. I like that Bulls.
I like the Bulls. Yeah.
I watched that Bulls-Cavs game last night, and the Bulls led that game the whole way. Even though the Cavs did some weird stuff at the end of that game. Because there was a stretch in the fourth quarter where Donovan scored 10 straight points, and they took him out for a stretch, and Chicago took over the game. It's like, what are we doing here?
As crazy as this is going to sound, I think their coach could be in trouble.
No, I don't think it's crazy at all.
Because they should be way better than this.
They should not be 15-13.
They should not. Right? They should be way better than this. What is the problem?
And I gotta give this man his flowers real quick because I never saw this coming in the NBA for him. Kobe White is a player for the Bulls. He is so good. I never thought he would be what he is. You know
what it is? His basketball IQ is way higher than I thought it was.
Yes.
He's a much smarter, much more efficient player than I thought he was coming out of school. I was like, he's just a dude. He's just a guy that runs fast and can get to the basket sometimes, and that's what I thought he was. Now I'm realizing that's not necessarily true. Those things are true, but also he has, and I don't know if that's just the development of him, because maybe it is, but whatever he has done between the time he left school to now, he has become a very complete player. And you're kind of like, wow, this kid can really do a lot of great things. So, I agree with you.
I just looked at their schedule, though. They went on a 7-game losing streak. Not only was it a 7-game losing streak, they didn't lose to good. They lost at the Pelicans, at the Hornets, at the Pacers, at the Magic. That's not a bad loss. Home to Brooklyn, lost again to the Pacers at home. Got beat by Chicago. And they got beat by 32 by Golden State at home.
And they're still in the 10th spot, by the way, just to let you know. They're still in the 10th spot.
So when you ask me if I'm worried about the Knicks, no, I'm not worried.
I just asked the question. Now, if I'm being, listen, somebody's got to take the opposing point. We agree so much sometimes we just have to take the opposing point. The truth is, I think the Knicks are probably, for sure, if not the second best team, they're the first best team. Like,
I like the Knicks chance. Only reason why I can't pick the Knicks to win the East, because at some point the Knicks will nick.
That's the only thing that scares you, because the Knicks will nick. But they looked unnickable this other day. But also, Wembanyama only played 20 minutes. You got to wonder, had he played the whole full 40, I don't know. So it's interesting. The Knicks are very, very interesting. But they did win the cup.
What about that? I will give the Knicks that. They are always interesting.
They are
and
always.
Fans will always overreact to the smallest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of these days we're going to have a conversation about the most delusional fan base. We'll have a full show of delusional fan bases. And we're talking all the way across the board, by the way. Like, not even just basketball. Like, who has the most delusional fan bases?
Notre Dame is probably number one. And then
Really?
Yeah.
Notre Dame is number one?
Yeah.
Notre Dame is number one.
Notre Dame is number one.
Absolutely not.
Because you're trying to say the Cowboys, the Cowboys,
Yes!
the Cowboys have won since Notre Dame has won.
That is true. Now that is true. That is very true.
3 times since Notre Dame.
That is very true. That is very true. That part is very true. But also, nobody believes that they're going to win a championship every year more than the Cowboys. Nobody.
Notre Dame is right there, dude. Notre Dame.
I don't know if it's more than the Cowboys. See, you're looking through your own prism. You are the most balanced Cowboy fan I've ever met. So you can't look through your own prism. I lived in Texas. Nobody is more delusional than the Cowboy fans. They are out of control. So, but also, you could throw the Yankees in there. Yankees.
I can throw them in there because they at least either get there or they have won. It's been a while since they won, but they do get there. So
they do get there.
I can't throw them in there. To me, because delusional lets you think teams that think they're going to win that never do. So Dallas is right up there. Notre Dame is up there. The Knicks are up there.
Across, we're talking across all teams, right? You can throw the Islanders in there too if you want to.
You really can throw a good chunk of the SEC in there.
The SEC.
The SEC as a whole.
As a whole. Yeah. Delusional. And you don't even have to stick to college football. You can pick a sport.
I'll let them go with that. I'll stall them out last year because they were the best basketball conference last year and they did win the national.
They still think they're the best basketball conference this year.
They don't think it anymore. Now that the season has started, they don't think.
I would hope not, but I don't know.
They've gotten their heads beat in by.
Listen, man. I want my wife to continue to love me the way Greg Sankey loves the SEC. That's what I want. I want that diehard, delusional, ride or die love.
I don't think I want that.
I don't think I want that. That's some serious love right there. That's some blind, delusional love right there.
That's some you ain't got nothing else going on in your life type of love.
It's a scary kind of love. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a scary, scary kind of love. That's I just want to crawl up in your skin kind of love. It's very intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but that's an interesting conversation. We'll have to because I'm sure we're leaving a lot of teams out. We'll have to come back to that one. But I do want to ask you this though. One thing I did discover in this Cup run, Lakers got a serious defensive problem.
You just now discovered that.
Yeah.
You didn't just discover that.
Well, here's what I discovered. You're right. But here's what I did discover. I thought their young guys would come faster, and they're not. They're not coming along faster than what. Because here's the interesting part about the Lakers. Lakers can score 130 points, no problem. Problem is,
He'll give up
the three guys that score the 130 are the defensive problem.
Right. And we knew that coming in. So I'm like, why are you there?
Well, because I thought Marcus Smart more, although he's been in and out hurt. I thought Vanderbilt, now that he's healthy, would be more, and he has clearly lost the trust of his head coach because he's in and out. Although he played well, that was a weird game. That Suns game was bizarre. I don't know if you saw any of that.
I read a lot of it. I didn't see. I wish I could have seen it.
And by the way, was not a game that I was going to watch. And somehow stumbled on the last 5 minutes and was like, this is the strangest thing I've ever seen. This was crazy. Dylan Brooks is the clinical definition of an idiot. Like, the way he ended that game, he hit a solid game winner and rewarded himself by getting a thrown out the game technical. You're like,
but
that is Dylan Brooks' entire career
Dylan Brooks
in
did
30
what he
seconds.
did to anybody but LeBron. He would not have been thrown out of the game.
And I will respectfully disagree because it wasn't the one time that he did it. He did it like twice back to back. And you're like, fam, you just got a tech for this. You literally just got a tech for this 3 minutes ago.
Because it was LeBron.
No, I'm going to disagree with you on that.
It was because LeBron screamed in that man's face against Komet against the Spurs after that dunk. Screamed in that man's face for a good 4 seconds. Nothing called.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. But what Dylan Brooks does is nothing short of stupid.
I give you a combination. It's because he did it to LeBron and because he's Dylan Brooks.
If you're putting the percentages at 70-30, then I can get on board with that. Because the Dylan Brooks factor is high. I got to be honest with you. It's really high. Because can I tell you why? Can I just tell you why? I agree. It's a bad mix. It's a bad mix all the way around. But the problem is that it's so stupid. Because Dylan Brooks does stuff that doesn't require, like this battle that they're having is only in Dylan Brooks' head. Dylan doesn't give a fuck about Dylan Brooks, but Dylan Brooks thinks he does. And so that's why it's so stupid. It's like, fam, that man don't care about you like that. You're not a real rival. You've won nothing. That's why him and Ja Morant was such a good pairing, because they're both
irritants. Yeah.
Irritants and two of the most delusional people on the planet. So that's why it makes it so dumb, because it's like, why are you doing this? It's not helping your team. And you just hit the game winner.
That's why you couldn't have the two of them on the same team anymore, too.
Yeah, because that was going to end real bad. That was going to end real. It was already ending bad. It was going to end worse than that. So it was just a dumb game. But anyway, the Lakers got to fix. That's why I know the Lakers are going to make a trade. They have to get somebody out there that can offset. If you're going to keep Austin Reeves, which it appears you're going to do, although maybe you're not, I don't know, but you got to get somebody out there, at least 2 or 3 guys out there that can play solid defense and save Luka and Austin Reeves and LeBron from themselves. LeBron can't play defense like that no more.
He can't, bro.
He's Olay, bro.
I think what the Lakers are doing is they're just going to ride this LeBron thing out till his contract's up. They'll because he's got the no trade. If they can work with him to for a deal where they end up landing Giannis, then maybe. But outside of that, and plus, I don't think the NBA is going to the rest of the league's not gonna play ball, and so I think they just riding this thing out with LeBron until it's over.
Well, let me say this.
And I can understand them doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me say this. The Giannis thing, as much as I enjoy teasing everyone about it, it really does seem way out there. Only for this reason. Only for this reason. I just, like you said, I can't imagine.
They don't have nothing to give them.
Well, no, I don't agree with that. I think they have pieces to give them.
What?
Well, okay, okay. Name the team that does have something to give them. I'll wait.
Spurs, Thunder, Rockets.
The Spurs don't have anything to give them. It's Giannis. It's Giannis. They're resetting no matter who they trade with. They're resetting.
The Thunder.
That they have something to give them. They definitely have something to give them. Because if they can, but now why would? Well, listen. The only thing better than being a good team is being a great team. So,
if the Thunder had any, if they want to be diabolical, they can work it to where the Lakers don't get Giannis no matter what. Because they can be like,
let me ask you a question.
We'll get into this trade just to keep him out of LA.
I don't even want to deal with that no more because you just made this really interesting. Chet Holmgren?
I'd give up Chet for Giannis.
And Isaiah Hartenstein? Why not? You don't have to.
You don't have
keep
to.
Isaiah Hartenstein. But
him.
I think you got to give up Chet and you got to give up one other player. You have to.
Picks.
But you can get no. The picks are coming too. Have you seen some of the trade ideas for Giannis?
Yeah, I've seen some of them.
It's 3 picks and 2 players, and that's where we're starting.
None of them do that.
I think the Thunder could make this interesting. That would be interesting.
Yes, but the other part of it too is what I was saying.
So hold on one second, because let me say this as a journalist, that'd be dope. Because now the Lakers are really scrambling to figure out what you're gonna do.
But see,
now.
But the other part of the diabolical part of it is if the Thunder wanted to be vindictive, just strictly against the Lakers getting Giannis, they could include their picks in a 3-team trade with somebody else.
Yeah,
so
they just throw the whole thing off. Yeah.
I mean, the Thunder they have that much power in the NBA right now.
And by the way, that is a smart play by them. Because if Giannis goes to the Lakers, it does shift the balance to 3 teams now. Now we got Thunder, Spurs, Lakers for the next 15 years. That's the 3. Mm-hmm. So it would behoove the Thunder to try to muck up the trade. Because I've even heard, as weird as it sounds, I've heard some Giannis conversations to the Spurs, and I even heard some AD stuff, which I don't understand for the Spurs. I don't get that at all. Because how does that help them? Like, that doesn't help them.
I can see it. Because AD, all of it depends on AD's health. It's just always.
But that's my point.
I mean, yes, that's always the starting point. But just skill set wise, I can see it working because AD wants to be a 4. He doesn't want to be a 5, and he can step out to where he's not clogging up the lane for Wemby.
Now you got 2 guys that can step out. I don't know. It's just weird.
I think it works. That works in today's NBA. Yeah, that works because you can go 5 wide. By the way.
Does that beat the Thunder? Having 2 guys out there that can't guard the perimeter?
They just beat the Thunder the other night without them.
But that's because they had guys that could guard the perimeter. Now you got 2 guys out here that are going to get ran around.
I wouldn't say Giannis is necessarily. I mean, not Giannis. Wemby's going to necessarily get run around by 5. Ooh.
No, he's gonna get ran around by in mismatches. You're gonna put Wemby in some pick and rolls, and now he's got to try to recover, which he can. I mean, he's long. He's
that's like right. Yeah, that's like.
And then also, but also AD's but then also AD's in pick and rolls, and you can run around him, and he may though. Once he hits the ground, he's out for 5 games. That's just.
I can see that lineup working with AD and.
I don't love that one.
I mean, plus that's part of his AD's age too. So
that's the other part. Like, what's the point of that?
I can see that working though.
But I like as a journalist, I like the Thunder throwing themselves in the mix just to muck it all up.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fun to me.
Making me
But
Dr.
also Thunder, don't do that. Stay out of our business.
Nah, do it.
The fan of me says stay out of our business.
I want it because this is the
Mind your own business. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
Drama. It has everything to do with it.
It has nothing to do with you guys. Speaking of problems,
Just sit there.
what do you think the Warriors? You silly. What is the Warriors' real problem? Is it just that they're old in all the wrong places?
They're old and kept getting older by bringing out Al Horford.
Yeah, that did not young them up in any way, form, or fashion.
When they made that trade, like, what are they doing?
Yeah, I was like, that's your splash trade? Like that's your splash signing?
I
Dude
think
that's same age as LeBron?
the Warriors are running into what happens with all great teams. They keep wanting to hold on to it, and it's time to redirect. I think they need to get out from under Draymond Green.
You think it's Draymond is the problem?
I don't even necessarily say he's the problem, but I think you need to get up from under it and start rebuilding. And you got to, you got to totally rebuild. Now, you can't get rid of Steph, but you've got to get a clear line of these older guys out of there. And
I don't think Draymond's the issue. I think everything around Draymond and Steph is the issue. Like they don't have any player other. And you could say, well, Jimmy, but Jimmy ain't Clay. He don't shoot like Clay. He doesn't get in Steph's way, so it's okay from that perspective. But if you're going to keep a Jimmy, then you got to get better everywhere else. And it's the everywhere else that's the problem. So
Pajimski's all right. I do actually like Pajimski. It's like part of it.
Not,
a lot of it is Golden State is still built like they're built like they were with their championship years, but they don't have a Clay, like you said.
They don't have a Clay to bail them out,
and it's still what was their Achilles heel then was the bigs, and it's still that, and they don't have the shooting that they had.
But here's the other side that we don't talk about enough with Warriors. They don't have a Clay, but they also don't have an Andre Iguodala,
Right.
and they don't have a Sean Marion. They don't have any, and now they don't have a Kevon Livingston. And they don't have a Kevon Looney that can offset some of the other foolish mistakes that are being made. So those four very massive components are the problem. They thought these guys, Kuminga, Moody, Podziemski, would step into those roles, and they haven't. So they need to be honest. If we're being honest, if they would gut those four and find four, like Herb Jones is the name that's floating out there. If they could get a Herb Jones, just like if we could get a Herb Jones, that makes a massive difference to what you're trying to do. If they could get the kid from Sacramento that's a really good defender, I forget his name. His name escapes me right now, but he's a really, really good 3-and-D guy. And he's more D than 3. But if they could get a true defender, Andrew Wiggins type, that would put them maybe back in some conversations. And they got to get now. That's who needs to make the Giannis trade.
Oh, by far. But again, who are they gonna give up?
Well, it's got to be Kuminga. It's got to be Kuminga, but also that's who needs to call Sam Presti and say, hey, Sam, old boy, remember how we was together? We was balling and we was all cool and stuff.
But if I'm Sam Presti, I'm not dealing with anybody in the Western Conference.
Absolutely not. I don't want any of you people calling me. Hang up the phone. You're not. We're going to run this thing for the next 20 years. Until Shea is tired, then we will stop winning. And even then, we might not. You know, there's a scenario, as crazy as this is going to sound, about what I'm about to say is going to sound. There's a scenario that potentially the Thunder could get either Damanasti or Boozer in this year's draft.
Yeah, well, we talked about it last week.
That's wild.
That's why I was saying that they could get Giannis without giving up both Holmgren and Hartenstein. They've got those picks.
Well, it depends. It depends on the arrogance of the Bucks. The Bucks are going to want to stay competitive. Also, by the way,
They're not competitive now.
no, I agree. But I'm saying in their minds. So you got to think. So you're thinking logically. You got to stop thinking logically. These people are not logical. They think delusionally.
They're 11-16 and outside of the play-in.
But if you listen to Doc Rivers, we're just a couple of plays away from the playoffs.
Well, what else is he gonna say?
Exactly. So I've even seen Miles Turner's name thrown in some trade rumors.
He's gonna get traded. I mean, that's
crazy.
happening. That's happening. That made no sense on either side when they traded him in the first place.
Well, the only thing that made sense about it was the money. Like Miles got his money and he's happy, so there it is. But you're right, from a competitive perspective, that was senseless. That made no sense at all.
Especially in the Pacers, and it made zero sense.
If I'm the two teams that will make the entire second half of the season interesting is Dallas and Milwaukee. What they decide to do will be the dominoes that makes everything else go.
And if Lex Luthor in Oklahoma decides to play ball with anybody,
if he decides to get involved, then it will be a very the run up to the trade deadline will be extremely interesting.
Give you a funny stat that I just realized.
Absolutely, I love funny stats.
The Pacers have 6 wins. 2 of those wins are 2 of those wins are against the Bulls, who were at the top of the conference to start the season. And you're asking me if the Knicks should be worried.
I have to ask the controversial question. That's what I do. I ask the tough question, It'll be interesting to see. Okay, so that's pretty much it. What are the Christmas Day games? Do you remember? By the way, just as a side note, as we get to the other stuff, we're still in NBA, but we're talking other stuff. Do you like what they've done with Inside the NBA TNT for so far?
Yeah, it's still the same show. I love
No. I'm saying scheduling wise, more so scheduling wise. Do you like what they've done scheduling wise?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Can I tell you, I love it because it feels like, and I think this is where we're headed, that by the time the finals come, we're going to get Inside the NBA for the finals, which we've never had.
Right.
Which would be awesome.
That's the best part of it.
That's the best part. So I love that they're ramping up these guys to be in our face for the best part of what the NBA season is. I don't need them I love them in December and I love them in November. It's awesome because they're just funny and they're amazing. But I would love to see them when it matters the most.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God,
yeah.
That's the best part. That's the best part of the whole deal is that we got.
That's the best part. Yeah.
But
so
the Christmas Day slate is incredible.
Let's talk about it.
Because they looked at the NFL, was like, all right, you're trying to infringe on our day, but we're gonna throw this at you. Noon, Cavs at the Knicks.
Nice.
Next game, Spurs at OKC.
Very nice. Which, by the way, that is the rivalry.
That's the rivalry.
That's the rivalry going forward. That is the rivalry. Okay, keep going, sir.
Following them, a little bit of a drop off. Mavs at Warriors.
And that'll be the time we eat.
Right. Yeah, because it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
8 o'clock. Rockets at Lakers.
That could be interesting.
Yes.
That could be very interesting.
Yes.
Because that might be the game that triggers everything that happens in January.
And that's the game that is going to go down to the end. That's going to be the game. That's probably going to end up being, if we're being real, that's probably going to end up having the best finish out of all of this.
And for the reason, here's what's probably going to happen. I can see the Lakers. That's at home. I could see them somehow losing this game in a weird way at the end. But it's the game that triggers everything else the Lakers do for the season. Because then they got to look in the mirror and say, we're missing something, which they already know they're missing something. But they're going to say, we got to pull the trigger. So now you get on the phone and you make these calls that you got to make to finish this thing out. So Laker fans, just sit tight. It's going to happen. Okay.
Brother, I love you. I love you.
It's going to happen.
I told you what the Lakers are doing. You just don't want to accept it. And then the final game, they're just riding out this LeBron thing.
Laker fans, listen to me.
They're just riding out LeBron.
All right.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Only reason why they're not in our conversation earlier is because they have won. But them Laker fans, they fit in that delusional thing too. And then the final game of Christmas night is Minnesota at Denver.
I like that one too. Hold on. You just threw something out at me.
The only reason why you can't fall totally into that is because they have won so much. But
I'm going to tell you why we fit, but not for the reason you think.
I'm gonna get, and you know what? I'm gonna give you a counter to my own argument after you get done.
Okay, you're not wrong, but not right in the sense of it's not that they think they're going to win, it's that they think they can buy the win all the time. That's the reason.
Yes.
That's the reason.
Yes.
And listen, this is me as a full-on Laker fan. And by the way, and I think I've been public about this a lot. I hate that. I really hate that. I hate that we feel like we can buy the win all the time. Like, it's kind of fun in the sense of it makes for interesting seasons, but also...
And it's the way the team has been built for 50 years.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
We
yes
had this
and no.
conversation last week that the last
yes and no.
from the Lakers was Kobe. And he's the only one since Magic and James.
But my argument against the no part is that, or with the no part, is that yes, at the superstar level, there's get somebody. But the problem is that we all know that's not how you win a championship. It's the Lakers the same. The Lakers have had the same problem as my entire fandom. They have a superstar, and then there's nothing to put with that superstar. So now you got to go either draft that guy, or you got to go buy that guy. It's the same thing over, and you would think that you would learn from the ignorance of your craziness, but they never do it. They never do it.
They've always been able to buy.
We've been called out in the podcast. Well, by who? Who called us out?
Pay attention to us.
Who's calling us out? Like, I don't want. Let me just be very clear. All that stuff that's going on with Ryan Clark and all those guys, they can have all of that.
Yeah, I'm not sitting
I have
arguing.
zero interest to now, unless the games are like they said, spades and stuff like that. We'll whoop their ass in spades, but and dominoes and stuff like that. We will destroy them in that. But as far as like the running and the back, I'm not doing that. I'm not. No, absolutely not.
But getting back to our Lakers conversation my counter to my argument is I do feel like amongst a lot of the Laker fans that I talk to, that they've kind of reserved to like, we ain't gonna win anymore with LeBron here.
Oh, I think you are correct in that, sir. Like, I feel, which is why I think they're going to do something. I think, well, it's going to be interesting.
And that's why I say they're going to ride it out. Because what are they going to do? Because the only pieces they have is tradables.
Well,
because you're going to get a big splash.
Well, like I've been saying all along, the X factors in all of this are the Warriors, the Cavs, and the Bucks. I mean, not the Cavs. Sorry, the Mavs and the Bucks. And I think those teams. I think the Mavs understand. This is crazy to keep going this way. It's crazy. And if you watch what Cooper Flagg has been doing, it's even crazier to keep hindering this dude's growth with the delusion of you're going to make the playoffs and they're going to have some kind of magical run when Kyrie gets back. They're not. So why not just sell it all off, build around this kid, do a deal with OKC. Maybe they'll get in a deal with you, give you one of them mini draft picks that they have, and you get some stuff back. Like, you just got to stop fooling yourself. Sometimes you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the L because I kept saying they're gonna end up with the better end of that trade. They didn't.
Yeah,
that's done. Because I think, I do think they're gonna end up trading AD. I don't think they're gonna keep AD
or Clay.
I don't even count Clay in there. No disrespect to Clay, he plays a role player at this point. But I think AD. Because they'll get the most for AD of anybody they trade.
Yes.
And I just don't see that lasting through the trade deadline.
No. I think they got to just sell it all off. But I feel the same way about the Bucks. What are you waiting for? Because if you keep mucking around with this dude's going to force your hand, and now you're really stuck. Because now everybody knows that you're trying to force his hand. So, I think
the Bucks are kind of just waiting until the trade deadline to get the best deal. I think
they are. They're going to try to wait as long as they can, but I don't know how advantageous that is, especially if all the signs. But see, for the Lakers, again, the Lakers' real problem is not getting Giannis. The Lakers' real problem is deciding what to do with Austin Reeves. Do you want to pay this guy who has clearly earned a $200 million contract? Do you want to be the one to pay him that contract? And the answer probably is no. Because while he is a great offensive scorer, he's the third scorer on any championship team at best. And you're paying your third scorer $200 million and he can't defend anybody? That makes no sense. So you got to do something.
You are correct.
Yeah, you got to do something.
They've got to do something. I mean, I'm not saying that they waiting out LeBron is their best plan. Is their plan for it? But I think it might be because nobody's going to play ball, and so I think you hold on to Austin Reeves through the season at least because he is a fan favorite. He is your second best player, but and you basically said it, you're not winning a championship with Austin Reeves as your second best player, and so I think the conundrum is, do you keep this guy that's homegrown, the fan loves, he's putting up numbers, or do you go ahead and let him go, trade him, get the most you can for him, because he's probably your most valuable asset that you can trade, that you can trade. LeBron's the most valuable asset, but he's got no trade, so you've really basically handcuffed with him, and you're not going to trade Luka, of course. And so he's your best option to trade. Do you go ahead and trade him, get the most you can to start building around Luka going forward and preparing for LeBron to be gone? I think the Lakers are, even though in the standings they look closer, I think the Lakers are a good ways away from a finals.
Well, the interesting part about where they are. Yeah. Well, well, here's the problem. It's OKC, and then it's the field. Like, OKC is so far. We didn't realize it at the time, but now we are starting to understand. OKC is 4 years ahead of everybody. Mm-hmm. Literally 4 years ahead of everybody. Mm-hmm. And so because of that, if there was no OKC, then you would say the best possibilities for a championship are probably Denver, Lakers, Spurs. Mm-hmm. But because there is an OKC, there is no possibilities for championships unless people make significant trades.
I think I might put a healthy Minnesota ahead of the Lakers.
I would not.
And I would put the Rockets ahead of the Lakers too.
No team featuring Rudy Gobert at the 5 is going to win a title ever.
I'm not saying they win. I said I put them ahead of the Lakers.
I would not. For what? Because you're not winning the title playing 4-on-5.
I'm not talking about a title. I'm talking about who has the best chance of winning. I put Minnesota ahead of the Lakers.
I would not.
I put the Rockets ahead of the Lakers.
I would put the Rockets next to the Lakers.
No, dude.
I'd put the Rockets next to the Lakers because of Alfred Sengun. Right. I agree with that.
Yes, and then you still throwing KD in there, and so and Thompson, those three, their big three, which is not even considered a big three, is better than the Lakers starting 5.
No, I don't agree with that.
You lie to
I
yourself.
don't agree with that.
I know you well enough when you make this face right here. It's like, that's your damn, he's right again.
No. That's
And I don't want to admit it.
that is not my I don't want to admit it face. That's my hold on. Because you saw the message I saw. That's my I don't think it's as far away as you think it is, face.
I didn't say it was a wide gulf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying
If Rockets and the Lakers play in a 7-game series, I'm taking the Rockets. And I don't even think it'll go 7.
no, I don't know if that's true. Because they don't have a point guard.
And
That matters. You gotta have a point guard.
for one, Reed Shepherd has made a huge leap like I thought he would. And so the drop off between Austin Reeves and Reed Shepherd is not as big of a gulf as you think it is. But the gulf between Alfred Sengun and everybody on the Lakers front line is big.
Well, that's the that actually is the problem. The Lakers gotta fix that part. Which is interesting because
They can't. There's nothing they can do that can fix
there
that
is
part.
something they can do. I'm telling you, this Giannis thing is more real than you think it is.
Well,
Even
yeah,
though
okay, pie in the sky, yeah, Giannis, but as constructed, and is most likely what's going to happen is like Lakers ain't getting
no, that's
Giannis.
what you want to happen, sir.
As presently constructed.
You want the Lakers to not get Giannis. You want them on that wall. You need them on that wall.
In the grand scheme of things, I'd love to see Giannis and Giannis
And Luka,
and Luka together. I would love this. I would love.
that'd be phenomenal.
Oh my God, I would love.
That's
to watch
great TV.
It is, but for the sake of me laughing at you,
I know. That's what this is all about. Listen,
that outweighs me staying up to 10:30 to watch a Laker game.
full disclosure, we have been friends for almost 15 years. I get what this is, where we are right now. This is not lost on me where we are. I got it. So, but having said all that, I'm telling you, this is fandom and journal. This is all journalism now. The Lakers have been making, and even the Bucks have been making some very weird moves over the last few weeks, to the point where it feels like, if you look at patterns throughout history, something is, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying there's some back channel conversations happening for sure. And they're trying to figure out how to make it work. Now, let me say this. It is more likely, this is the journalist talking, not the Laker fan. It is more likely that he ends up in Miami than he does in LA. Because that makes more sense to the bigger thing. And to your point earlier, I could see Sam Presti throwing in enough stuff and because here's what Sam Presti does not want. Giannis in the Western Conference. Right. And if he can help Miami facilitate a deal to get him to stay in the Eastern Conference, that's a win. That's a win. So I can see him going more so to Miami. To me, the Lakers' only competition to him getting to LA is Miami. Ironically.
I think my only question, and has nothing to do with you, Miami, or the Lakers or anything, is the fact that Milwaukee has stated they want another star to come in, and I don't know who has a star big enough for what they want in the trade.
But
you know what I mean?
That's my right. That's my point of the whole thing.
Was Miami going to give up Bam? Maybe.
No.
Then
what's the point? Then what's the point? Right.
I guess Hero does make a little bit of sense because he is from Wisconsin, and so it makes a little bit of sense. But
let me say this: there is no clean 1-to-1 Giannis deal.
No,
it does not exist, and that's including Clay. That's including Steph. That's including Karl Anthony Towns. That's including whoever you want to include. There's no clean. Giannis is the equivalent of Luka. There's no clean Luka deal. So there's no clean Giannis deal. So it requires and by the way, there's no fool like the Mavs out there left. There's nobody else.
Don't say that.
I'm just being honest. You're right, because Nico is a fine human being. God bless him.
No, I'm not even saying that.
I appreciate him so much.
Born
what I mean by fool, with all due respect, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. You're right. But what I'm saying is there's nobody that's going to trade spare parts or second tier or third tier players for you. I just don't believe that.
Say that.
Listen,
you didn't believe it before the Luka trade. There's always a bad trade out there.
Listen, from your mouth to God's ears. If the Bucks will do a straight up Giannis for Austin Reeves deal, by all means, we'll take it. But I don't think that's realistic. I think it's a 3-team deal at best.
You know a goofy trade I can see?
What's that?
Giannis to Philly for Embiid.
I can absolutely see that.
That's a dumb trade.
I can absolutely see that. As crazy as that sounds, I can absolutely see that. Matter of fact, I'll make it even goofier. Giannis and his brothers.
Well, his brothers are included regardless.
Regardless. For Embiid and Paul George.
Yep.
And Philly gets to absolve themselves of all of that foolishness. So you're right. There is the potential for something crazy happening without question. The challenge is I just don't see, realistically, I just don't think it's any deal out there that's not 3 to 5 teams. I just don't see it. It's going to be a mix of a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
Yeah,
it's going to be Milwaukee.
A lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts. Yeah. So there you go.
A lot of players
you
haven't heard of. Yeah.
I was trying to hold off for something because I was hoping, and I'm still hoping that this happens. So we'll see what happens here in the next couple of minutes here. Yeah, couple of minutes. We'll see if we can give you guys a holiday treat. So while we talked about, are your holiday plans set? Are you good to go?
As far as who's coming over and where we're going, for the most part, yes. Shopping.
So you're going somewhere?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, my sister's having something Christmas Day. We're having something Christmas Eve. Her family has Christmas Day. So it's just trying to decide if we're going to try to hit both or we're going to divide and conquer. And so.
Okay. Got you.
But as far as holiday shopping, bro, this is as far behind as I've ever been.
So I don't know if I've ever shared this, full disclosure, to you. In all the years, this is crazy that I've never shared this with you in all the years we've known each other. Our family has a long-standing, and I mean long, like my entire marriage, this is how we've done it. We don't shop. We don't even start shopping until Christmas Eve.
Eve?
So here's what we do. We get up early. We have a phenomenal breakfast, whether we fix it or we go out. And then we spend, the challenge is, because my wife and I, when we first started dating, our first Christmas together as an engaged couple at that time, I'm not trying to say anything weird about it, but it's just the reality. She felt the way about the job that I had, and I was making so much more money than she was. She was like, well, you're going to outspend me, and your gifts are going to be so much better than mine. And I was like, okay, I'll tell you what. Let's set a cap. So we set
you had a salary cap for Christmas.
We had a salary cap for Christmas. And so we were like, because to me, Christmas is about the experience anyway. You know, the gifts, whatever. It doesn't matter. But we got the salary cap going, and we've kept that salary cap in place for the last 26 years. So it's like we set a number, you can't go past that number, and you have to buy meaningful gifts to each other, and that's how we do Christmas, and we've done that for 26 years.
So to catch our Christmas present that just popped up on the screen, to catch him up on what we're talking about, because I know you heard salary cap and then you heard gifts, so I'm sure you're somewhat confused, Charlie. So Lloyd's family has a salary cap on Christmas presents.
We do. We have a salary cap, and we've had that salary cap for 26 years, Charlie. 26 years. That's what we do.
And now that we're talking about Christmas gifts,
What's
the cap?
It varies. Some years it's. Let me say this: It's never more than about $200 or $300 a person. It's very capped. Like it's really, really capped. So
is there a luxury tax?
no, you cannot go over the cap. Don't come back to me talking about, well, Dad, no, well, baby, no. This is the cap. It's a hard cap, but it's fun because it makes it interesting on Christmas Eve because you got to scramble and figure it all out, and it's really fun.
yeah, Charlie. They don't start Christmas shopping.
Oh, we don't even shop until Christmas Eve.
Oh, so you get leftovers.
Well, but you know what's interesting?
Cap is gonna be hard.
But you know what's interesting? People think that. I hear that every year. Oh, so you're just getting what's left. No, you're not. That's the lie that they try to sell you. The same stuff that's there on Black Friday is there on Christmas Eve. It's the same exact stuff. So, and I know this because I've done it for 26 years. I haven't had to run out and get any gift that I wanted to get my wife on Christmas Eve. I can get it on Christmas Eve. It's been crazy. Now, to be fair, I've run over the cap a couple of times for my wife because it's my wife. It's my boo thing. I gotta get, happy wife, happy life. You know that.
I will say this though. In order to get that hoodie that Charlie has on, you won't get it before Christmas.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And let me say this: shout out to the Rattlers because it's coming together. Big win last night. Was it last night? Was that last night? Yes, big win last night. Listen, the Rattlers are coming. They're coming, man.
And coming in the mail for me is that hoodie as soon as we get off here and I get on for
that hoodie is. Can we take a moment to appreciate that hoodie? Because I have 2 hats that are perfect for that hoodie. Just FYI, Charlie. I just need you to understand. If I put that hoodie with my 2 hats that I have right over there, makes for a great winner. Is what I'm trying to say.
So this is a team special. That means the team has it right now. But
so that means that's going to be our Christmas presents from
I'm Team FAMU, baby. I'm Team FAMU, baby. I am Team FAMU. I can take this hoodie off right now. I'll take this Lakers stuff off right now.
He said he'll send us the link.
The link, boy. You know what? It'd be your own people. It'd be your own people. Now, see that one he got on is nice.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Do you see the one behind him? That's nice too. I can rock with that one.
See, I consider the link as a Christmas present.
If it's just a link where I'm picking out my size, yeah. That's how Christmas gifts work. Is there a cap? Is there a cap on these gifts that you give us? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Is that what you're telling us, Charlie?
Yeah, I like that idea though. Capping the Christmas gifts.
I mean,
It's
that's
a
what
beautiful
we
thing,
did.
Charlie.
When our family, we used to do the white elephant thing, so we did put a cap on that. So yeah.
Charlie, it's a beautiful thing. And it makes people have to get you a gift with thought, which is kind of my pet peeve with gifts. Because I'm tired as a father getting gifts where you have no thought. You just bought me some random thing. Put some thought in this thing. Jesus.
But if you're waiting until Christmas Eve, how much thought do you have? Because if you're getting it at Christmas Eve, you're getting what's left.
I'm telling you, Charlie, that's the misnomer. That's not true. There's a lot of stuff to get. You just gotta, but I want you, because normally we don't just go to one store too. Normally we go to like an outlet mall, or it's a lot of options. It's way more options than you think it is.
So what kind
way
of
more options than you think it is.
The thought is to go out and get the gift. And then
the thought is, who am I as a person? What do you think I really, really need, or what do you think is going to mean something to me, and vice versa. So that's the thought. That's the thought that we're putting into it. It's fun. I've enjoyed it. It's been great.
I'm so glad Charlie made time for us this morning.
I am too. And I'm also grateful that he's so generous that he's going to get us these hoodies. But
locked in. You locked in now.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
It's visual evidence of what we're talking about.
Even though Charlie hasn't said one word.
He hasn't said a thing. He's not verified any of this. He's not verified anything. Charlie, I got to ask you, are you happy about your Knicks? Your Knicks won the NBA Cup. The group chat must have went crazy.
You and Al.
Yeah. It was.
Is it a two-man group chat?
Well, all my Knicks people. I'll just
That's what I'm
happy
saying.
for all the Knicks people.
Yes.
We got a little revenge, or as the guys said, GBG, get back game from when we lost to them in the finals. So I was happy to see the guys. I was just unfortunately I didn't get a chance to befriend any of the guys on the team to try to see how they could help us with one of them donations, one of them shares from that winning team.
This took a turn.
You think it's spent already? Well, they were in Vegas, so it could be gold. You're right, Charlie. It could be gold.
Oh, you all right?
Yes, I'm good.
You okay?
Yes.
But you know, you had already had whatever you're going to spend it on. They had already had that. That wasn't, you know, they would already talked about that. People was asking,
That's
what are
probably
you going to
true.
spend your $500,000 on that you're going to win?
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of new Lambos walking on, driving around New York.
I hope not.
Yeah, you gotta be quicker than that, Charlie. Going forward, you gotta be quicker than that.
That's wasted money.
You gotta staff that. You gotta staff that call out. That's the problem. You were trying to make that call yourself, and you gotta staff that out in an email or FedEx or something to where they understand the link. Send the link. Just send the link and just tell them.
And put a picture of an offering plate.
Right. Make sure that link gets to their group chat.
I know.
Like as a tithe. You can do it like a tithe. Do it like a 10% tithe.
That's what I said, offering plate.
Yeah. To Kendrick's point, like a tithe. Say, listen, y'all want to stay right with God, just throw the God factor in there. You want to stay right with the Lord, you know, just
10%.
send that 10% in.
And 10% just from one player is enough to fill.
That's enough to get you where you need to be, Charlie.
100.
Makes for a nice off season, is what we're saying.
It's in the group text. How many "Go New York, Go New York, Go" texts were there?
Well, I sent out a few, but to my New York people. But
Yeah.
I was happy.
Uh-oh.
I
Did
wonder
you
if that
start the
person.
bus?
I wonder if that person that fell knocked over the internet on the bus.
I feel like they may have clipped the internet or something. Like that was, I was genuinely concerned for that young lady. Like I was like, that's not good.
I do want to send a shout out to my boy Michael Brown, who I if you follow me on Facebook, you know I give him a ton, and he deserves it. He's a Knicks fan and a Steelers fan. Though I mean, he's
Oh God, he lives a life of torture.
yeah, and I give it to him. And so
That's just torture for no reason.
Charlie's back. So I want to give a shout out to my boy Michael Brown, who is the biggest Knicks fan I know. And so with Charlie on the air, I want to give my boy Mike, a huge Knicks fan, a shout
I
out.
just saw you called me, Coach. I don't even want to answer it because I don't want to hear his bull crap. Or if you want me to answer, I'll call him back. I was about to call you. That's for you. Give that to my wife.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna connect it.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
we
you
can.
and somebody
We
else.
can. And also,
What's happening?
We hear the guy on Reasonable Doubt.
a little bit of disgruntledness there. You know, I get it.
Got a problem with the label? He can call Jay-Z.
You can call Jay-Z. That was fantastic. I was not expecting that at all. That escalated quickly. I ain't gonna hold you.
He did not have time for his bull crap.
He said, "I ain't got time for his."
I'm glad he said crap. Because I didn't know where that was going.
I didn't know where I was going either. I was like, "What's happening right now?" We're good. There we go.
You
There's
talking
Coach
about
Junior.
Yeah, I'm talking about the league.
Yes. Yeah, but
So-
I forgot what I was saying. But
Where are you guys headed, Coach?
we're getting ready to head to Texas. We got Tarleton State and TCU.
Safe travel, safe travel.
Tarleton on tomorrow.
No problem, Coach.
And TCU on Sunday.
Okay.
So you get to see Hopi on Sunday.
Well, I mean, I see her all the time, but yes,
Oh, she already graduated.
Yeah.
She graduated. So they'll be attending. They're coming to Texas tomorrow.
So will they be wearing Rattlers gear or TCU gear?
Probably
She's
right.
got listen.
She may. Hope may wear.
I can see Hopi wearing TCU just to mess with Charlie.
TCU.
No. All those checks are cleared. She's got to wear FAMU stuff now. Every single one of those checks cleared.
I can see Hopi messing with her daddy.
No. When he was making payments, she could wear the TCU because that's on brand. But now
Man,
those
look,
checks are cleared. We're fine. We're on the other side of all that.
Let me tell you about children.
Is Hope gonna troll you? Is that what's going to happen? She's gonna troll you through the holidays? That's cold blooded.
Oh, no,
You be your own people, man.
I understand.
See, Charlie knows. Charlie said Hopi's gonna troll him.
Be your own people, boy. Be your own family.
No.
She may. I don't know. She may come in Rattler gear.
Yeah. That'd be different, Hope. Come on now. Don't do that to your daddy.
I think it'd be fun. So does Charlie.
Is the whole family coming or just
Yeah.
the
Everyone except for Josh.
everybody except for Josh? Cool. That'll be a good time.
Pretty good. I mean, I'm
Well, give us a quick update as to where you think you are in the season and what to expect going into the new year, sir.
Well, we've won 3 games in a row, which is good. Regardless of who we're playing, people look at who you're playing, decide certain things. But for us, it's about process, developing habits, and not really looking at outcomes, but more so the process. And so it's been, we haven't played. All of our losses have been quality losses, which is, always good, especially where we are. All of them have been from most of the division schools, from Power 4, American, Conference USA. But we were learning about ourselves as well throughout that whole journey. And where we are today, it's not where we were, which is where we want to be. And so that's been the biggest improvement is we understand the system. We're able to manipulate the system a little bit now that we understand the foundation of it, to be able to help us, gain advantages and put teams in certain disadvantages. But more importantly, just guys understanding their roles. We're starting to see guys define their roles a little bit better. And all those things are very, very important, at the end of the day. The more time we get together as coaches and players, it's always good when guys start to grasp what they're supposed to do. So that's been the biggest improvement over these 6 months.
Sam and he's got to make sure they got one, but just
We already got
make
one.
sure you take one.
Guys
Thank you. I
buying
appreciate
into what we're doing,
Appreciate it.
what we're looking for them to do, and growing as young men. There's still challenges, but for the most part, it's been one of good improvement.
That's awesome.
It feels like you're moving in the right direction, sir. And that is exciting, especially for a new coach with a young team that's trying to figure it out. It feels like you're moving in the right direction. So that is it. So now, before we let you go, Charlie, conference play starts when?
There's no cup up here.
On January 3rd.
That's what I thought. So this is the last road trip before the holidays, right?
No, we played Georgia Tech.
Oh, you played Georgia Tech on the 28th.
The 28th. So then January 3rd is our first conference.
How many players we got?
12 conference game.
All right, let's roll.
And so
Hey, let's go.
We're excited about getting ready to get into conference.
Will you stay in Texas because of the holidays, or will you guys kind of head back? Because that's you guys will be on the 21st, so then you got a window, or will you go ahead and go back to Florida and then have Christmas and then everybody come back to Georgia Tech?
So yes, we're leaving. I mean, everyone's going home after Texas, or going wherever they're going after Texas, and then we'll come back on the 26th.
Gotcha.
Practice 26th, 27th, and leave on the 27th in Atlanta. 28th.
Sweet.
Well,
listen,
right here,
Coach, we couldn't be prouder, as you already know. We could not be prouder of you if we tried. Keep up the great work. I can't wait to see what you guys do in conference play. I have a sneaking suspicion that y'all gonna make some noise. Yeah, I think so.
And we're also thankful for your commitment to getting us those hoodies.
We are thankful for that. We just want to give God the praise.
I have to talk to our equipment guy.
I'm just saying, have a conversation. It's a conversation. It's just a conversation. The head coach talking to the equipment guy should go well. That's what I'm saying. Should go well. All right. Love you, Coach. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you, man. Merry Christmas to you and the fam.
Merry Christmas to the Ward family.
All right, appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
All right, brother.
All right.
The great and incomparable Charlie Ward, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
That was a good time.
Charlie genuinely laughs at us.
Hey, I want to say this to the people who listen to this show, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. We ain't getting the hoodies. I'm just. Stop. I mean, we can get them if we pay for them, but we not getting.
A list of Christmas miracles. Number one is Jesus. Right below that would be us getting those hoodies.
Right. And I mean below. Like the Jesus thing was a sure thing. The hoodies, not so much.
And in the world of upsets, there's Villanova, and then those hoodies.
what's the lady, Sister Jean? Sister Jean will have to intervene in heaven for us to get those hoodies. She would literally have to go over to God and say, "Come on, God. Come on.
It's your boys.
It's your boys. You know them. They deserve the hoodies." She would have to go over to him and say, God rest her beautiful soul. Her beautiful soul. But it's Jesus and her working together, and maybe my mama. Jesus, her, and my mama all coming together as a committee to talk to God about talking to Charlie about getting hoodies. That's where we are.
I love he said he sent us the link.
That's how we are. That's where we are with those hoodies. It's a very, 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 very distant miracle that probably this is like a full court shot is what we're talking about. Like full. It was Steph shot from the Steph the other day. That's what it is. Yeah. It's like throw it up, pray. Is that AI? AI.
Even though that shot had a better chance of going in than us getting to
AI. We would have to AI this whole scenario in order to get those hoodies. What I'm saying, we have to type it in, put the right prompts, and then all of a sudden we got hoodies. That's how this is gonna work. But anyway, so that's our Christmas. Your Christmas is set. Mine is set. Is there any movies that you have to watch? That's a must watch for you.
Oh yeah, it's only two. It's Christmas Story and Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation. Is it? You can have the rest of them. I don't like Elf. I don't like.
Elf is overrated to me.
It's so overrated. I don't like any of the Hallmark Christmas movies. Gives me Christmas Vacation and Christmas Story, and I'm good.
For me now, it's Jingle All the Way. I love Jingle All the Way.
I do like Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, I love Jingle All the Way. And as weird as this is going to sound, selfishly and by myself, I watch Die Hard. because Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
You will not get any pushback from me.
Okay, I'm just saying. I gotta watch Die Hard. But yeah, Jingle All the Way is a must. My family's like, okay, Dad. You know what they don't like? They don't like the emotional side of Jingle All the Way, and I get that because it is very emotional.
That's why Christmas Vacation will always be number one for me.
Right, because there's no emotion tied to that whatsoever.
It's just whatsoever. It's all gas, no brakes, hilarious.
Yeah. I just showed my kids Home Alone last Friday for the first time.
I do love Home Alone. That is a guilty press. I do still love Home Alone.
They loved it. They loved every second of it. They were. Really
I heard whispers that Macaulay may make a new one. And
I've been hearing that. As well. I don't know.
What I like about Macaulay Culkin. He doesn't take himself seriously.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He gets it. He completely and totally gets it. He's like, I know what I am. I had a good run. And he did. He had a Justin Bieber type run. Yeah. Like he was hot as fish grease, and then he wasn't.
Yeah.
So, I get it.
He made his money. He didn't have to be hot anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody in this family has to ever work again.
Absolutely. What's your go-to food that you got to have?
It's not really one, because the thing about my family is, like, especially with my mom, it's like we switch it up because Thanksgiving and Christmas traditional are the same and they're only a month apart, so we switch it up. I mean, we've had ribs for Christmas.
100%.
I've made a brisket, and it's my sister. She makes all kind of different stuff. So yeah, I don't really have a go-to food because we switch it up all the time.
I'm with you. I want to switch it up. I don't want the repeat of Thanksgiving. That my grandmother does. She loves the repeat. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing that this year. Yeah, but here's the thing that they got me doing this year. Grandma said she wanted chitlins.
See,
I can't stand chitlins. And I refuse. I will do anything. Listen to me. I'll look right down the barrel. I'll do anything for my grandmother except make chitlins.
It's like that Meatloaf song, but I won't do that.
I won't do that. I do anything for love. But I will not do that. And she said, baby, you don't want to make it? It's not that hard to make. I said, I don't care how hard it is to make.
I don't care if you just got to throw them in water and take them out. Nope.
I don't care. I don't care if all you got to do is don't stink so bad you pull the membrane out. I don't care. I'm not doing that. So our compromise was I found a lady who makes them. She's going to fix some plates for her and my wife who likes chitlins. They're the only two. And then I said, I'll pay for it. I will pay for them to have their chitlins. Yeah. And I'll bring their chitlins in here. As long as I don't have to fix them in this house, we're fine.
I'm still worried about the smell being in your house.
Right. I'm still concerned. I'm talking about I'm not even opening the container until the day of. Like, here it is. Eat now.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of our viewers or whatever probably know that smell. But for those who don't,
oh my God.
Think death. Think rigor.
I don't understand. I have never understood why people eat chitlins. To this day, I do not get it. Now, I loved it when I was a young kid. I loved chitlins when I was a young kid. I loved them. Because what would happen is they would fix the chitlins at my house, and my grandfather, who also hated chitlins, would be like, come on, let's go get a burger. So that's why I love chitlins. That's how I learned to love chitlins. Like, oh, chitlins, we going to get burgers. This is great. This is fantastic. So that's the only reason I love chitlins.
And I may have had a similar experience when we had chitlins, and they knew I wasn't eating that stuff.
I'm not eating that.
Nope.
I'm not eating that. Absolutely not. So yeah, no, that's it. So that's the go-to
because
thing.
it's the smell at first. It was like,
my God.
Like, then when I found out what chitlins are, no sir, nope.
And let me say this also. I understand. They say, God rest her soul. They say my mom could de-smell them better than most. I don't know what that means because they stank to me regardless. But my wife swears that she could come in the house and not know she was cooking chitlins. And I'm like, I don't know how you knew you didn't know because that smell is undeniable.
Yes, it's smell
undeniable.
When you smell it, you instantly know what's happening.
Instantly. Okay. We just want to get that out of the way.
Yeah,
Guys, we gave you a little extra today because guess what? We ain't gonna be here for a couple of weeks. And we unapologetically we're not, listen, we need breaks just like y'all need breaks.
Yeah. So we'll come back and we'll be full throttle basketball for the most part because we'll be in conference play by that point. So
we'll be in conference play. We'll have a lot to discuss with you. We'll be talking about a new college football champion, maybe even some NFL playoffs. But what we won't do is be here for the next week.
Matter of fact,
very clear about that.
Matter of fact, let's speed this up so we can get out of here.
Oh, we're done. Shout out. We want to give a melancholy shout out and our condolences to Brown University, to Sydney, Australia, and the horrific situation with the Reiner family. That is unbelievable in every sense of the word. For those who don't know, for the kiddies who don't understand how significant Rob Reiner is, there's no Few Good Men, there's no Where Harry Met Sally, there's no Spinal Tap, there's no, All in the Family.
There's no majority of the movies in the 90s.
There's no, you could argue there's no Seinfeld. You could make a more than solid case that there's no Seinfeld without Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner is one of the GOATs. Yep. And this is not the ending that anybody expected. And I'll just say, if you are someone who is suffering with substance abuse, please, please, please go get help. Go get help while you can. Lean on your family. Trust your family. Trust somebody. Go get the help you need. Don't do things that don't make sense. The worst part of this situation is not just that he killed his parents. It's that once he realizes that he killed his parents, he'll want to die himself. Because how do you live with that? Right? How do you live with that? So once he goes to jail and sobers up, once he goes to jail and sobers up and realizes that he's alone for the rest of his life, how do you live with that? That's it's just, there's no win here. There's no win. So the great Rob Reiner, tough stuff. But that's our melancholy love shout out there. Do you have any other shout outs, Kendrick Haskins?
I shouted out my favorite troll, Michael Brown, earlier.
You did?
Shout out to the UK women's volleyball team. They're playing in the Final Four tonight. Their second ever chance to make the Final Four. The first time they made the Final Four, they won the national championship. So shout out to UK volleyball. Coach Skinner is one of the nicer guys in athletics, and a guy you can't help but to root for. I know this is believing the ACC, and some U of L fans going to get mad at me, but shout out to UK volleyball because they have made it to the Final Four with a legitimate chance to win the whole thing again.
Yeah. Listen, while you were sleeping and not paying attention, we had one of the best Final 8 volleyball moments in the last 5 years. The behemoth Nebraska, 33-0, arguably one of the best teams they've had since they won the national championship, went down in flames to Texas A&M, and making the way for a Texas team that we all thought, okay, they're probably going to play Texas in the finals, and then Texas lost to Wisconsin, making the way for a unique Final Four in women's volleyball with Pitt, Wisconsin, Kentucky, and the final
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. So it's going to be an interesting. If you like women's volleyball, that'll be a good time this weekend. That'll be a very, very good time this weekend.
The two semifinal games are tonight, and the final is on Sunday.
Yes. I didn't get a chance to, and I won't show it for time purposes, but shout out to DeSoto, Texas, for arguably one of the greatest endings to a semifinal state championship game I've ever seen.
That's the one where the kid got the celebration penalty and the other team came back and won?
No. This is the one where they had the ball on their own 3 or 4 or 5 yard line. South Lake Carroll, who had been dominant all year long. If you know about South Lake Carroll is basically Trinity in its prime. And they stopped them on the goal line. DeSoto has the lead by like 2-3 points. They stop them on the goal line on a 4th and 1 or 4th and 3. And then to seal the game, all they have to do is run the ball about 3 yards, and the running back scores a 99-yard touchdown. Absolutely insane. In 11 seconds. All this happened in 11 seconds. Craziest 11 seconds I've ever seen. So shout out to DeSoto, Texas. That was amazing. All right, we're out of here. Have a great holiday. We appreciate each and every one of you. Enjoy your holiday. Hug somebody, tell them you love them, all that good stuff. I don't. Is there anything left to do except cue the whistle? I don't
Cue
think
the
so.
whistle.